Before we begin tonight's program, on behalf of the Super Reliable Studios, we would like to wish Rebel Tanea, who of course came out earlier on social media and informed us of her terminal illness, all the best, and want to send her nothing but prayers of love, peace, and strength. For tomorrow is never a guarantee. For further details, please follow Rebel Tanea on her social medias, and please send love and well wishes her way as she hopes for a peaceful passing. Again, to Rebel, we say thank you for all the years of incredible entertainment. You're an incredible human being, and we hope nothing but the best for you. Thank you.
You have 68 wins. You cannot 69 Mina.
I am that reminder that no matter how far you get in life, there's going to be someone like me, born with much more than you do, who can cash in and take it all away at any moment.
Now, you know what? Now, I don't know who you've been talking to, but it's obvious that you hadn't talked to me. I pull rank around here, and everybody better remember that.
Ooh, follow the white rabbit.
The mask has been removed, but I tell you what, he's still the same pro wrestler, whether he's wearing a mask or not.
You can call this the New World Order of Wrestling, brother.
Whoa!
We got a mom in the front row who taught her daughter how to suck dick.
None of you can handle Tekla. None of you can handle the Sisters of Sin. And none of you silly bitches can handle the Triangle of Madness.
Oakley has Trey. Look at the speed, the rotation, the impact.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the Saturday Shenanigans, hosted by yours truly, the Renegade JJ Williams. Hi guys. Hi guys. CM Punk drama bullshit to the side. I still consider Hangman the worst AEW champion they've had. First of all, we're going to bring in Walter Cruz.
I said that as a joke when, what's his name, did his promo Monday. He said, I'm from a prestige university. I said he majored in Steiner, man.
We've got the Heb man, James Hebert, in the house.
I do really cool and dumb things on the internet.
Right. A lot of shit going on here. A lot of fucking crazy ass shit.
Where is Noah JD? Well, say his name and he appears, because we believe in Noah Foster.
Fuck is this intro? It is one of those things where, as fans, we do have these desires of what we want to see, but sometimes you can't always get what you want, and there are reasons you truly don't get what you want. I wouldn't even listen to this in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. What the fuck is this shit? God, rap is whack. Like I said, never been a greater time to be a wrestling fan than with more companies in a more lucrative spot, in a more comfortable business spot, in a sense of mind, it seems, than ever. Again, WWE is not the only one. It is not the end-all, be-all. So let's go back to the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams to get the official word. JJ, speak.
Make sure you tune in every week, because you never know who's going to drop in to join the shenanigans. Catboy is in the house.
Hello, my internet family. I say if you want to make them as evil as possible, make them really mad.
We have Mansfield joining the party now. What is going on, Josh?
Like I told no one when we were in Cleveland, him joining JC was just an unfortunate side effect of my shenanigans towards you, JJ. I know how it can get better, Noah. The panel chooses you.
Shut the fuck up, Josh.
You said that so like
we got so many intro back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just think how you and I had lunch together the other week.
That was different.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
the King is here. Say his name and he appears. We believe in King A-Train. There are so many believers in Joe Hendry. The only person on this panel that doesn't believe in Joe Hendry is King A-Train. Tell the world why you do not believe in Joe Hendry.
The reason I do not believe Joe Hendry is he is Fandango 2.0 in a entrance merchant. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Hey! There's nothing wrong with being an entrance merchant. He has some of the best entrances of all time.
Teleporting into the command center, all the way from Angel Grove High, Datilla.
Oh, yeah. I went to the command center on Thursday. I went to Vasquez Rocks, which is where they filmed a lot of episodes. Somebody actually climbed to the very top of those rocks. I made it halfway. I was like, I'm not going up there. Definitely Toni Storm versus Mariah May. That's the one match I probably am looking forward to the most. I really like the story. I'm familiar with all about Eve, so if it plays out that way, I kind of know how this is gonna go.
Say goodnight, Datilla.
Good night.
James, you did say his name. So he shall appear, ladies and gentlemen, first time on the Shenanigans. Jeff Meacham is in the motherfucking house.
Ah! All right, we're coming in hard with the botch. All right, fucking hell. It's good to be back. It's good to have an opportunity to talk to the crowd on a Saturday. If you want to have yourself stomach through it, you can go back and watch when the Main Event Mafia took over Impact. That's what James is talking about. So if everybody just joined us, we're talking about people sedating people, attempted murder, boys, and tips. Welcome to Saturday Shenanigans, everybody. Aren't you glad I'm back?
Welcome back, Devin.
Cool.
Get it? Got it.
Okay. It is once again I have returned, and the time has arrived, as I am in the host seat for the time. But that being said, good evening, everybody, and welcome back once again to the weekly moderated conversation of wrestling madness. That is the Saturday Shenanigans. Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to the Super Reliable Studios, and it's good to be back home with all of you once again on this fine Saturday evening. Welcome into May. May the 2nd. Has it been good to you? I hope it has been. I'm not going to pull an Aaron Riff. He needs to get out of that shtick. But anyway, you know what this is. Welcome to the Saturday Shenanigans. I am right now your moderator for the evening, the soloist right now, as the Super Reliable Studios commentary team is covering House of Glory and GCW, and they will be talking about it once they return back to this position. But that being said, you know who I am. I am the Savannah of the Super Brand, the voice of SS for Grateful for all things professional wrestling, damn it. And my name is Noah Foster. So thank you all for tuning in, whether live or on demand. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, Super Chat, people that passions is as simple as that. Shout out to Safet in the chat and all those that are watching either on our various YouTube channels or, of course, on the X. And, of course, following Collision, following House of Glory and GCW. Indeed, that is the Times Effect. As I said earlier, in case y'all don't know, I do want to once again send nothing but love and well regards and best wishes to Rebel Tanea, who, of course, is facing a very dire dilemma. And, of course, has been going for a lot these last 2 years for multiple treatments, of course, and conditioning. She came out on social media and told us that she basically has a terminal illness called ALS. There's not really much more to it besides the fact that she is just right now praying for love, strength, and honestly, a peaceful passing. For those that don't know, I'm not a medical expert, but it is an illness that is fatal. And as I know, there is no true cure for it. You could probably sustain through it for a period of time, but honestly, you just want the pain to go away. So to Rebel Tanea again, from the Super Studios, and to the entire wrestling community that just trying to be better, as I've already seen the outpour of love from AEW, WWE, and other outlets. Nothing but love, support, respect to you, Rebel. I wish you nothing but the best, and I do hope that you get exactly what you pray for. So again, folks, tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families, be better human beings, and also take care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. That being said, this is awkward. I'm here by myself, and yeah, I did not expect to be here tonight. For those that don't know, I've been taking a nice little breathe, do some reading, some gaming, watch idiot tests, game shows, other wrestling. The only live wrestling I've actually seen this week is AEW Dynamite, my only show I watch weekly now, live. Although I keep up with the highlights and I'm aware of the call-ups and all that stuff. So, if you all have a question for me, just to learn more about me, if you're tuning in for the first time or you want to talk about something, I'm going to let it to you guys tonight until the rest of the panel arrives and until Jada resumes host position. So what's on your mind? What do you want to talk about? Want to ask me? I'll tell you what, name a wrestler. I'll give you one sentence, simply put, what I think about them. Do you have an outlook on something else besides wrestling? Do you want to educate me? Go for it. Tonight, this is the people's show. So you guys are in control until JJ or anyone else returns. So with that being said, I'm going to let you all mull over that. And I am going to do this on behalf of my Super Studios family and show you what's up ahead on our live watch-along schedules to come, courtesy of premium live events, pay-per-views, PLDs, etc., etc. So after this watch-along trailer, if you all have something you want me to speak on or engage with or have a question for me, the floor is yours as you will control the shenanigans tonight. Quite simply. See you after this.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And as always here, the Super Studios, it's that trailer core shows. We truly encompass, embrace, celebrate, engage, pontificate, analyze, criticize, and react to all of the wrestling. Shout out to Nathan Banks, also known as Money Mac. Here comes the money. Good to see you once again. And shout out to Daniel. He's the man. Sorry, Becky Lynch, and I respect that, both of them. And yes, Daniel, as I said earlier, again, folks, please send love and prayers of strength and peace to Rebel in her battle against ALS, which unfortunately is right now looking one way. Hopefully it goes her way, peacefully, and sooner rather than later, if that's what she wants, most certainly. Again, I'm not her. Although I do take care of a stroke survivor. God bless my mother. As Mother's Day is also here next week. By the way, I hope everyone has plans for their families this upcoming weekend, with it being Mother's Day. Whether you say thank you or say I love you or do something nice for her from the heart. Doesn't have to require a dollar sign. So again, be better towards others. Be kinder to your families. Support one another. Respect each other. All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at here our itinerary. We are, of course, supposed to get the wrestling recap, but they are still hard at work. So shout out to Walter Cruz and Nick Ferrantes, who are still covering GCW, I believe, or HLG. We also, of course, we're going to talk about recent releases. But let's go ahead and talk about where in the world is Abermania going to be? Or, sorry, let me be polite, because I'm not Craig Ferguson on the Late Late Show. You know what? In an alternate universe, I probably could be Craig Ferguson on the Late Late Show and be extremely awkward and also involuntarily weird. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about WrestleMania. And then, Daniel, we'll go to your thing because, believe it or not, he does have that as a topic. So, folks, Abermania, TKO WWE, the grandest stage of it all for publicity, promoting, pointless celebrity showcasing, and underwhelming wrestling matches, unless your name's Roman Reigns or CM Punk on night 2, where one night you promote everything for the dollar sign, the other night you get a little bit of wrestling and still a bunch of overhyped entrances and some great set. They have come out with multiple potential locations for the Abermania. So what do you guys think about these potential locations? We know that next year we got Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Sorry, threw up a little bit. For WrestleMania 43 in 2027. That is official according to WWE. But it seems like there is a bidding war out there right now for other things. This is according to resources gathered here by the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams, as reported by Mutates from Instagram. So it looks like we have potentially here, WrestleMania 43, the event will conclude the 300th anniversary of the first Saudi state, whatever. 2028 potentially could be Nashville, Tennessee, and it could take place inside Nissan Stadium, which is apparently due to open in February 2027. New Orleans, of course, was also at WrestleMania. That's actually in the docket, possibly for 2029, of course, at the Super Dome. New Orleans paid $6 million, apparently, to host 42, but the event moved to Las Vegas, who outbid them. Go figure. And apparently, they still plan to do a WrestleMania there, potentially. Also in the works, we talked about, of course, Pat McAfee's town. I know, sour note for some people, Indianapolis, maybe Lucas Oil stable at the Royal Rumble. According to this, possibly 2030 could be WrestleMania 46 in Indianapolis. WWE and Indiana Sports Co. signed an 8-year deal to bring WWE's 3 biggest stadium shows to Indianapolis. Indy gets to 2030 over 2029 due to the host of the NCAA Final Four in April 2029. Indianapolis State secured the lease, actually, with a 2032 possibility. What are we going to be like in 2032? Are we actually going to have all the Teslas then, and Elon Musk is going to control everything? 2031 could also be, here's a place that's probably almost going to be burned to the ground, if not taken out by a hurricane. Orlando, Florida, for WrestleMania 47. Orange County commissioners approved $18 million to bid on WWE and UFC events, specifically targeting Survivor Series this year, Royal Rumble 2028, and WrestleMania 47 in 2031. Of course, we know Florida has hosted WrestleMania 27, 34, amongst others. Well, anyway, from the League of Nations that flopped at WrestleMania 32, I am American, but she is yours and mine and our Canadian friend, Ash, who joins the fray. And the first time ever, it's the Simple Ash Show. This is weird. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Well, awkward moment of silence.
Yeah, sorry. I just woke up when I got your message. And I'm like, oh, Noah's all by himself. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I mean, here's the thing. Here's how much I'm probably corrupted. I've been watching nothing but late show clips from Craig Ferguson, where he made everything as possible an innuendo. So honestly, being alone, being awkward, it might as well be my new simple moniker here. But hey, now I got you, so I mean, you know, it doesn't feel as awkward. But then this goober showed up.
Now.
Yeah, I have both the Canadian connection. One American versus 2 Canadians. It sounds like a losing battle on our nation. Sorry, folks. But that being said, there is Nick. He has arrived. Hello, Nick.
Well, I'm not really arrived. We're doing something crazy right now.
Yeah, I bet. With GCW, that's nothing new. You're also
Say hello, everybody.
Simulcasting. Okay.
I am simulcasting on both ends. I've got you guys there on GCW. I've got you guys there on the Shenanigans. We are double We are double fisting.
All right. Well, first off, don't get the wrestling Tourette's. You'll live better. Trust me, as a guy that's taken 2 weeks off from that. Secondly, if you're currently working on a main commentary priority, as I just heard, thank you. We'll see you afterwards. Or just simply mute yourself and people can look at your miming reactions. Otherwise, I'm going to put up an idiot test and see if there's bigger idiots in Canada or America. Yes, that's an actual game show, by the way. And I actually do have those tests. Maybe I'll test Ash. What?
What's an actual game show?
Idiot test.
Oh, yeah. I saw some clips of that. It looked like it'd be fun to watch.
It's extremely fun. You can watch it on Pluto TV. It's a free app. You can probably download on your Canadian television and just look for games. Network. Yep, Game Show Central, actually, which...
Oh, that's what it's called now. Okay.
Well, it's an older channel that replays archives of the game shows, because Game Show Network's the main one, but Game Show Central is the archive one. So that's where you go watch old episodes of Idiot Test and America Says and the other shows that used to be on. I'm literally looking at Idiot Test right now. And I can tell you right now, the West Coast of the United States is apparently dumber than the East Coast of the United States. So that made me very happy. Yay. Now, as far as Canada versus America, I haven't seen that episode yet, but it wouldn't surprise me. But one of these days, I'm going to put up an idiot test and see if Ash can get one right. Maybe I'll do it. Or maybe I'll just do it for everybody else.
As I said in Advocates of Space today, I dropped some knowledge on him, and I said something. See, I'm more smarter than I appear to be, or make myself out to sound sometimes.
I make myself out to be smarter sometimes than I seem to be. Wait, what? Is that what we're talking about?
I forgot how I phrased it, but I said it like in such a weird ADD way. But the idea is that I was like, guys, I'm smart. Like the idea is like I'm smarter than I appear to be or sound.
Well, you got more than a brain than Sid Vicious did in that promo. I'll give you that. So, I mean, and you're definitely a smart young lady with her own elegance. And as a Simeon Pro Wrestling fan, you got nothing but my utmost respect. But that being said, Ash, as we're just shooting the breeze here, this is interesting. I feel like I am hosting a late night talk show. So, Ash, how's your family?
Oh, they're doing great. My mom is just so stress-free right now because she's been under a lot of stress as of lately from work and family drama, and things have gotten so much better with her now. It's just like she's back to being her regular happy self.
A regular happy self outside happy hour, so it doesn't take much to get to a happy place, apparently.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, got a little bit of joy here, so everyone likes a little bit of joy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that again, I'm not Craig Ferguson. I'm not going to make this thing any more awkward than it already is, but it's already probably awkward enough for everybody. And Christopher the Cure says Ash is the smart, beautiful lady. See, even the Cinema Studios community loves Ash.
This is my biggest fan.
It's your biggest fan?
Yeah, he comments a lot.
As long as it's for the right reasons. All right, about to say. And Safet, I'm literally watching Idiot Test on my Amazon Fire TV via Pluto TV app.
Hey, my mom has one of those.
So yeah, she go to the App Store, download Pluto TV, sign in with an email and password because it's free, and you literally could log in. And the channel is Game Show Central, and right now it's Sisters vs. Brothers on Idiot Test. And the question is, what lasts an eternity on her hips? What? Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to look at that question because that just.
Sorry, what's the question?
What lasts an eternity on her hips? Oh, I see. There's an infinity logo on her bikini. Okay, there you go. So, see? That's an idiot test. It's like, so what else lasts on the hips? Like cake? Well, I mean, people have cake, but sometimes cake goes bad or cake falls flat. Or okay, this is getting awkward again.
Is it silence? Is the answer silence?
No, it's the infinity symbol on her underwear. And you got it right. Because what lasts forever is infinity.
Ah, okay.
You get it now?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, Ash. Let's play a little game, shall we? Chat. Let's find out if you all are idiots. I'm going to put up an idiot test for you, and you will have 30 seconds to try and figure it out. Ready?
Okay.
Everyone, your idiot test starts now. What circle identifies the bug in this code? 25 seconds. This is fun. 20. 15.
Oh, I see it. It's ant.
What makes you say it's ant?
Well, because you look at the numbers, they spell out the word ant.
Well, I mean, I never played Beyond Binary Code. All I see is ones and zeros. But if you do look into the code, you will see that the zeros spell out ant. You got it right. Very nice. And Daniel got it right too. Well, maybe I'll put up more of those. You want more of those in the chat? Just give me a yeah, and maybe I'll humor you with that. Get a little bit of different entertainment. Okay, that being said, Ash, I guess we're supposed to talk something about wrestling here, despite the fact I turned this to... Look at this nice set, by the way. I upgraded the lighting. I turned it all blue. I finally got us a little bit more of a night feel here. I almost feel like I should be like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Regis Philbin.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like I was about to say that. It looks like the Millionaire set.
So maybe I'll create a millionaire game and I will personally play them. We'll see if you can answer all 15 questions and you can ask the audience for help. I'll tell you what, next month, it's Ash in the hot seat on Who Wants to Be a Canadian Millionaire with your host, Noah Foster. Stay tuned, and it will all be general knowledge.
Oh my God. I always wanted to be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, although I'll be real, I'll have to be like in a couples edition because there's no way I can do it by myself. I'd be like so overwhelmed with anxiety that I'll need someone to be with me.
Anxiety. She got freaking anxiety.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine me and James on a team on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
You would give Regis Philbin a reason to early retire. If you're still alive. With all due respect. I mean, there was a contestant on there who wants to be a millionaire who took 52 minutes to answer a question.
And they got it wrong anyway.
Yes, they did. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I guess we're supposed to talk about the Fed shit. So, hot shit, Fed shit. Well, they're about the same thing. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and get into our regular conversation, I guess, because I guess that's why people are here, right? Hey, people, are you feeling awkward yet listening to me and Ash to talk about random shit like game shows? Or are you actually more entertained? Let me know in the chat. Again, you guys got me for 2 hours or as soon as JJ shows up because I've been taking a nice little brief, watching game shows, listening to audio books, and freaking playing video games and only watching AEW Dynamite live every week. And so far, I'm all in on Darby Allin's run. Just inject this into my veins. These matches have been kick-ass.
Can I comment on that?
Please do.
Okay, so when the news broke out about Darby winning, at first I was just like, okay, this seems kind of out of nowhere. This is very sudden. But on the other hand, I'm just like, I love Darby. I wanted to see him be in the title picture because I advocated for him being in the title scene for so long. And now I'm thinking, like, you know what? This might be a test run for Darby to see if he is truly a main event player. And I love how, even though he's a world champion, he's the world champion, he's defending that weekly, like how he would if he was TNT champion. Well, so at least Darby's a fighting champion. And I don't want not every champion needs to do what Darby does, but it is so refreshing seeing like a world champion just be on television every week defending that thing.
Yeah, and until the wheels, keep in mind, Ash, he's also saying defending it until the wheels fall off. Mm-hmm. Keep that in mind.
That's true. And what I'm thinking is this is a test run for Darby. And if he has good drawing power, I see him hold that title past Double or Nothing. But something tells me that he is losing that title at Double or Nothing to who? That's a good question.
Well, again, the jury is out whether or not it's going to be your favorite scumbag who is still looking on the outside because he doesn't have anything to put up of value to Darby Allin to prove why he should challenge for the championship. And, of course, we know that Andrade is like, again, how you know? How do you know? How do you know? Andrade, cheeky freaking heel bastard. Freaking hilarious. And, of course, we've already seen Brody King. Oh. We saw Tommaso Ciampa, who might as well be his wrestling soulmate because, my God, that match for professional wrestling. And we know we got the Jet, Kevin Knight, basically. So, it's one of those things right now where, I'm absolutely loving this run to suicide, it feels like, for this man's championship run. Until the wheels fall off. How about until you can't fucking walk anymore? Jesus Christ almighty. You're making crash test dummies look like they can live through a car wreck better than you. But yeah, it's been extremely fun watching this run. And of course, the road to Double or Nothing continues to shape out. We got an I Quit match now for the tag team championships, the trilogy of FTR versus Cage and Colt. And we also, of course, now have the international championship with Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. And Okada's been defending that title as well. Hell, we had 4 championship matches on Wednesday night alone, and they all kicked ass, despite the fact no titles changed hands. But the aspect of a championship is not about stealing when a champion changes hands. It's about how it's contested, how it's presented, who is holding it, and who the fuck's going after it. You would have thought that Sheeta and fucking Chris Statlander been teaming for the last 10 years. Anyway.
The man makes the person makes the title don't make the person.
Accurate, and also support the workers, not the brand. But I know the workers that garner my interest as a fan right now are primarily in this place or over in Japan or in the UK, as I got done watching Pro Wrestling Eve 149. Congratulations, by the way, to Pro Wrestling Eve. 16 years, the longest running, strongest all-women's promotion in the England area, of course, who just hosted the biggest women's all-wrestling event in Europe history at Wrestlemania 8. Still one of my top 2 shows of the year. Shout out to Sarah Kara, by the way, who won the World of Stardom Championship from Saya Kamatani as I got done watching Stardom All-Star Grand Queendom. So, again, I've been keeping up with stuff that I generally care about. And, of course, in a few hours, tick, 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 the first day of Dontaku, I believe it's its 33rd anniversary, will be underway, headlined by Yoda Suda defending the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship against Andrade El Idolo in a rematch from the New Beginning.
I don't know how I feel about that, because on one hand, Andrade has been on such a good run that he's been rejuvenated. But on the other hand, to paraphrase Samuel L. Jackson here, enough is enough. I've had it with these motherfucking AEW wrestlers winning my motherfucking New Japan titles.
New Japan title. All right, well, tell us how you really feel about that. As we approach Forbidden Door season, it's just one of those things, right? Just one of those things.
Possibly. I mean, they did it with the IWGP Heavyweight title with Jon Moxley, but we all saw how that turned out. It was like,
hey, not to won it back. That's what that matters, right? At the end of the day.
And I get the idea was for not only to get American audience, more eyes from the Americans to Japan. But it also, they kind of did something interesting with the IWGP Heavyweight title. They kind of helped to get Shota Umino over as well because of his alignment he had with Jon Moxley.
Yeah, well, again, he was his young boy, and now he's his own man. So there you go. Christopher apparently is enjoying the conversation, enjoying the Sipple Ash show, or Sipple Man and Canadian. A Sipple Man and a Canadian work inside a YouTube room, and they talk about absolutely anything. There you go. Stay tuned next week, same time, where you might get more of this content, courtesy of the Super Reliable Studios. It's a Saturday Battle for Wrestling. Anyway, well, you know, everyone can be a dickhead, but how strong a dickhead are you is the real question. I mean, I have a pretty strong dick.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Good night, everybody. I told you I was going to make it awkward somehow. I think Craig Ferguson is slowly corrupting me. Anyway, that's what I get for verifying celebrity name game. Hopefully no one else heard that.
Ooh.
Then again, I hang with you guys way too much. You all might be corrupting me, and I think you might be the most stable of the unstable.
Yes.
And yet, here we are talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I just threw out a comment like that. I'm a woman nonetheless.
Hey.
I'm still a virgin. You know what? Fuck it.
Abstinence is best, as I said in the Simply Predicting.
I remember that comment still to this day. And again, folks, Simply Predicting, we'll be back with WWE Backlash. Date and time to be determined with my new summer hours. So first and foremost, again, I'm asked just to change tangents here a little bit, being less. While I'm currently available for a second, and Noah, what scars are that? Oh, like you haven't awkwardly talked about your own stuff.
You're right. Like a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about other people's bulges and creaming. So
there's medicine for that, right?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
I've had to, but never mind. We're not getting into that.
I mean, I'm not gonna break into like someone's prescription or anything like that. That goes against HIPAA details. I work for a nonprofit, institution. I work for a $1 billion hospital corporation, so I might know a thing or two about that, but I still can't remember jack shit what they meant. You know, it's the damnedest thing. I was just seeing my doc. This is getting way too off the friggin' hinges here. What the fuck? Am I Craig Ferguson now? What the fuck's happening? I'm hosting, I feel like, an interview turning into an awkward conversation, and the only thing I fucking know is professional wrestling. What the fuck I look like here? David Letterman?
This is what an everyday normal conversation with your Canadian friend Ash is.
So yeah, we gotta try that over poutine sometime, but then we gotta get back on track about Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling or New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah, did you hear about Giselle Shaw?
Yes, she actually beat La Princesa Nieves for the NWA World Women's Television Championship.
Yes,
So good for her. I mean, another piece of gold. So
she has 2 belts. We got Giselle 2 belts now.
Yeah, still the Maple Leaf Pro Canadian Women's Champion, although Killer Kelly still probably wants to take a bite out of her ass and take that title from her, and I'm all for both of those things happening. Well, as long as it leads to her winning. Then again, if she plays and she's happy, then I guess I got no reason to be mad about it, right? I mean,
exactly.
I feel like Killer Kelly's one of those wrestlers where she just has a seductive obsession with wrestling, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, you saw her at Effie's show. I think I'm qualified to say that.
Yeah, and she fit in very well. Same with Nikki XS, which I love. I love her, by the way. Oh my god, was she on Collision today?
I think she was. I have to DVR it again. Saturdays are for just rest and reprieve. So I mean, So yeah. Well, this has been already awkward for the last 30 minutes or so, but honestly, this probably has been the most comfortable people have been around us. And this is probably an oxymoron for everybody on the internet.
Oh, I love those. Are one of my favorite word things is juxtapositions and oxymorons and palindromes. I love palindromes.
Well, the palindrome, of course, for those that don't know, is when a word is spelled the same way backwards and forwards, much like ABBA, like ABBA. And yes, proper names count too. I mean, again, history is never my strong suit, but grammar, English, I know a thing or two about that still, although I'm still a math and science guy. Someone posed an interesting question in one of my chats. If you had a choice between getting $1 million or $10 million or $10 for every push-up you do, just do a push-up, $10, do a push-up, $10, do a push-up, $10, or you get the 1 million, Canadian in your case, just lump sum, and you basically ask yourself, which one would you go for? I took the 1 million because I'm a frugal simple man that lives in one of the cheapest markets in the country. All right, you pay off the house, that's $70,000. You pay off the loans, that's $40,000. You still have $90,000 left, even after taxes. I'm still set for life, and I give that to church, I give that to nonprofits, and then I go lose myself in Las Vegas. What would you do?
I would take the $1 million because I can't do a push-up.
And this is why this person is not just everyone's Canadian friend. She is the best Canadian friend I've ever come to know because she understands me completely. Because I literally said, and I quote, I can't do a damn push-up for my life. I can't even do a push-up like women do it. Like, you women freaking, like, get up on your knees, like, for extra leverage like that. And, like, is that good for even your back or something like that? Like, how does that even work?
You know, I'm female, and even I can't do a female push-up. What does that tell you?
Okay, well, there you go. That's all we need to know.
Yeah, I need to become more active because, oh my God, there are a couple times where I get up and I feel like I have Tanahashi's kneecaps.
You know, I do wonder if women have bad backs because they wear like high heels or want to go out on stilettos. And I always wonder, is that type of fashion worth that type of permanent anatomy change? But
that could lead to back problems. Also, having big boobs do that too. I wouldn't know about the high heels because I've never worn high heels. I tried it once, and as I walked, I almost freaking sprained my own ankle. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm just sticking to my high tops and my flats. Thank you.
I can't imagine a woman that wears high heels, has a heavy top, and is able to still walk straight upright. She's got to be like constantly like leaning forward, like Michael Jackson, or swaying back and forth like a freaking pendulum, and probably never able to literally see what's right in front of her because her. Okay, anyway, but yeah, you know what?
Some of my cousins are that same way, or were that same way. But because they took care of themselves and they lost the weight, they are a lot more healthier. They can walk upright, but they still wear high heels, but that's only on the special occasion. So good for them for taking care of themselves.
Well, as long as it's not an everyday thing, like these over glorified, don't admit to plastic surgery, hyped up celebrities. You probably got some sort of Canada Hollywood up there too, where they feel like they gotta walk down the freaking boulevard in freaking high heels, the highest fashion, Gucci purse bag in one hand, Rolex on one wrist, etc., etc. And I'm like, you're really showing off how accessory easy you are to a burglar, right?
Right. Not only that, but I was like, oh wow, good. You spent $50 on the t-shirt that I can usually get 5 shirts at Walmart for that.
So what is the conversion rate between Walmart Canada and American Walmart? Have you been to American Walmart yet?
I can't even go to the country. I don't have a passport yet.
Okay, never mind. Then I guess
that's one of the reasons why I wasn't able to join the WrestleMania weekend, because I didn't have my passport yet. Because I tried to apply, and Canada Post going on strike again kind of put things on the back burner,
right.
And also for financial reasons as well. So yeah, getting hit with that 1-2 punch, I'm like, bruh.
I mean, I feel like I'm hit with a 1-2 punch every time my mom goes to Walmart. It's like, your freaking rose cost me $12. Yours cost me $8. It's like, woman, get over it. Here's 2 things you can do. You either continue to spend it, or you become a vegetarian. Because I don't know if produce or vegetables cost you as much, but everything goes up of the fiscal year in March. So it's like, okay, a bottle of pop used to cost $1.25, American. In a vending machine, now it costs you $2.75, American.
It's like that up here too. Like, we look at the vending machines, like, oh my god, remember when they used to be $1? Now they're like what, like $2.25? Like the dollar store we have here in Canada called Dollarama Plus. A bag used to be $1.25. Now they're $2.25. I'm like, what the hell? What are we doing here? This is what we get when we live in a capitalistic society.
I mean, to be fair, wrestling is a duopoly, so maybe America and Canada might become their own duopoly. Imagine the president and the prime minister going to town together. Welcome to the United Provinces of America. Combine the Star Spangled Banner and Canada. Oh, say Canada. Fuck me.
Our home in native land.
Okay, I'm gonna bore the next. I'm not copyright. Not copyright. I think I'm gonna go board the next ferry to England and go find Megan Chiba or Mary J and Hustler Wrestling. I feel like it's more stable there. Or Paris, you can wipe your freaking mouth with a freaking shirt from a cheap boutique at a freaking legit French restaurant.
And don't mind me. And don't mind me. I'm gonna make my way to Australia. For reasons.
Well, as long as you don't go further down under.
I mean, if they treat me right.
Oh, if it calls for it. You know what? That's an interesting thing about Australia. Toilets spin the wrong way, and they have a different terminology where they're talking about blimies going to crikeys, and I'm like, well, so which one's the blimey? Is it the hole, or is the crikey the one that goes in the hole? So I never understood that comment when I was watching a late night game show one time. I was like, is this legitimate, or is that like some Australian anatomy thing? Like, how does the doctoral practice work down under? Well, this has been the late night show. I've been your host, Noah Foster. When we return from this commercial break, we will officially resume the regular shenanigans with our other Canadian and our regular reliable guest host, who will talk all about the wrestling while I go take a slumber. So we'll see you after this short break. And thank you for tuning in to the first ever edition of the late night show. I've been your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. If you have not liked this, then blame Scotland. If you have enjoyed this, then appreciate Canada. We will see you after this commercial break.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And as always, it's about to truly encompass, embrace, celebrate, engage, pontificate, analyze, and criticize Come on, do. The wrestling. And welcome back here to the actual Saturday Shenanigans. I don't know what the fuck just happened the last 44 minutes where I turned into an awkward version of Craig Ferguson. Ash, it was a pleasure. But welcome back here to our regularly scheduled program. I am, of course, the Seminole Foster, currently holding down the forefront of wrestling, JJ Williams, as we welcome in our commentary duo who witnessed the first and maybe last episode of the Late Night Show here on Seminole Studios. We have Nick Ferrates and Walter Cruz, who just got done calling GCW. So with that being said, we're going to kick things off with our usual SR Studios wrestling recap. Nick has his hand up, so I will go to him first. Unmute, raise your hand. What you guys say? How are you doing?
Why were you guys talking about boobies for 45 minutes?
You mean the bird, or are you talking about something else on the screen?
I'm
asking you a legit question. Answer the question.
It's because Ash has her hair down and her boobs out, maybe. That's why.
Well, she is a fan of
Whoa.
Storm, and we all know she's binary. So, I mean, again, the jury is out.
Well then, that's why we were talking.
And a certain somebody showed up on Collision that we all love. So,
Nina?
Gee, I wonder who that could be. Anyway, that being said, Nick, good to see you. How are you?
I'm tired.
Okay then, very good. And that's the usual for me, but it's good to hear you. And I've missed your insanity for what it's worth. Canadian.
Yeah, I said that. I don't remember which stream I said it, but I'm like, I miss Noah. I haven't heard Noah's voice in a
yesterday, last night.
Was it last night? Huh?
Yeah, and earlier.
Oh, you remember I said it last night?
Just to remind you, Nick.
Last night,
tonight. You were
tonight.
listening to me.
Oh, look at that. Nixie XS.
Ooh, hello.
Oh, that's a pose, and
This shit is spraying,
that an acrobat could be proud of.
That's a nice kick by the ocean.
You should, Walter. You should totally take a picture of it and tag her in it.
I did. She signed it. Did I grab it?
Nice.
I got it from her.
I would think that's a legitimate official autograph. Look at this photograph.
And I got the hug, everything.
We did see her. We did see her on Collision.
So I thought again.
Have you not noticed how much she's been retweeting and tweeting me? Shit.
She's awesome talent.
Yeah, she's good shit. She's good shit.
All right, well, fair enough. Well, there's a lot more good shit than the Fed, but that's a whole different conversation.
Well,
Actually, no, it's not. 'Cause that will be a topic. Anyway, Walter, it's good to see you and hear you. How you been, bruv? And of course, first I'm actually seeing you since the actual shenanigans that occurred in the city of Sin. Glad you made it back safely with some of your sanity. Whether or not you seek redemption, that's up to you. But how are you, man?
I'm all right. Going through some personal shit, but not letting that get me away from wrestling. But yeah, hanging on. Just watched some GCW. Some good, some bad, some downright ugly, and some crazy shit. What's up, Matt? But goddamn, wasn't as bloody and violent as I thought it was going to be until the latter half. But we'll talk about it.
Fair enough. Well, that being said, I'm going to let you all talk about it. As we kick things off here, let's get right into it, because the first part of our conversation will be your wrestling recap. I believe you not only covered GCW, you've also been covering still House of Glory. So why don't you go ahead and take us through some of the highlights from yesterday and today's watch-along, and feed me and Ash some facts and results. Go for it.
Oh, yeah, Hog was last night, too. I forgot.
Wow, last night was such a blur. Well, it was May 1st, to be fair. Everyone forgot that we're at May. The fact of the matter that May is still feeling like January is a whole different conversation. And I'm not a woman. I'm just a
because it's gonna be May.
Well,
non-copyright, but I've heard that reference enough.
Let's start with GCW, because JJ was part of HOG, so he might want to say some stuff. So go ahead, Nick. Let's start with what we just saw. You know me. I took a lot of minutes in my life. My memory isn't the best.
Yeah. What we just saw. What did we just watch? Yeah.
One night
stand. One night stand. We saw One Night Stand. It was good. It was a good show. It was okay. Things I could have missed. I don't need. And this is This is where people are gonna. I don't need a 4-hour fucking GCW show. That show started at 8 p.m. That bitch didn't go off the air till 11:45.
Well, we started with the ultra-violent match. That's why.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Ladder already in the ring. I don't know what the hell happened to Tremont. I think he got a concussion or something because
I think he got cut open. I think he got cut open really bad.
Yeah, it might have been he cut so bad that they took him to the back, and like 90% of this match he wasn't in there.
Yeah, he was in there just right at the end. It was a ladder match, plunder, everything. It was fine for what it was. It's like I said, the usual plunder match. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular. Again, hate fucking ladder matches because it's so just stupid. You're the only one in the ring. Everybody's down outside the ring. Why don't you actually try to climb the ladder and grab the title rather than grab a ladder to set up a spot and then go climb the fucking dumb.
He's talking about Sicko because Sicko had plenty of opportunities to go get the belt. So he went in the ring, he climbed. There was a part where he literally Spider-Man the shit and he was upside down. Then
that's how you grab something off the top of a ladder upside down.
No, it's because they moved the ladder out of his way. He had no way down, and he was like moving his legs to stop because everybody's swinging chairs at him. So then he swung upside down, and
like the Jeff Hardy spot.
Yeah.
So there was
what
that.
What was his name? Excelente. Jumped at him.
Yeah, I forgot.
Knocked him off. His face literally hit a piece of a chair that you didn't even notice it until you saw the replay. Took him out. I thought he broke his neck. Thank God he didn't. But that took him out of the match. Then, out of nowhere, Matt Tremont makes his way back up, climbs the rope, climbs the ladder, retains the title, but he put everybody else over, made everybody clap for everybody. So that was the opening bout. Then they had to clean all that shit up.
Yep.
And what was next after that? Now you got to remember. Was it the 8-man bullshit?
Yeah, I think it was the 8-man bullshit. I think.
Can you imagine that on a banner? The following contest in 8-man bull.
Yes, it was fucking 8-man bullshit because it was 4-on-4. We're probably getting this out of order. It was 4-on-4, and then as it was 4-on-4, somehow it became an.
It was Ruckus. It was no, that wasn't next because old school versus new school was way later.
Guys, don't worry. You don't got to go match for match. Just go ahead and give us your best highlights from your experience, but also botch.
We had okay, yeah. We just listen. We can't go match to match. This is fucking.
Because it was 4 hours.
Yeah.
You guys there was an 8-man.
Yeah, there was an 8-man. There was a 4-on-4 match that turned into an 8-man because Kerry Morton's son came out and was being a little bitch, and then he got the shit kicked out of him.
Tell us they really feel about him.
It was fucking useless. It was absolutely useless because in the middle of the match, not Kerry Morton, but his son comes out and interferes in the match, and they stop the match just to do this interference angle, and then at the end of it, the people that won were everybody. So it was a fucking waste of time. There was that.
They literally said your winner is everybody except the fucking two that interfere. Yeah.
Then you had Midnight. The Kerry Morton, I guess it's Kerry Morton or I don't know, his dad versus
Ricky,
KJ
man. Ricky
Morton.
Damn it, I'm a juggy.
Versus KJ. KJ won. KJ's great.
Best heel in the business. I love that fucking dude and complete opposite outside of the ring. I love my interaction with that man.
He's doing great work. We're speeding. Then you had an unannounced match. You had the Nomi, Gabby Forza, versus Tony fucking Deppen.
I actually fucking like this match.
That was not advertised.
Out of the blue there.
It wasn't advertised. It just happened. Deppen coming back after a little bit of hiatus, and he even said it. And then I tweeted out, and I'm like, fucking Tony Deppen making me cry watching DCW.
Yeah, because he said he lost so much this year. He lost his dog, lost his family, and
Yeah,
worst
like
of all,
he-
he lost his love for professional wrestling.
Yeah, so he took some time off, came back. Looks like $1 million. Good job, Tony Deppen. So there was that. We got the KJ match, and then it was fucking. Oh, this is fucking stupid. So you had one called Manders was supposed to face Otis Koger, but Otis was unable to compete.
He wasn't medically cleared.
He wasn't medically cleared, but he came out anyway. Yeah, medically cleared, but he came out anyways. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not medically cleared, but he is." And then out of nowhere, Christian Napier was in there. So they're really trying to soften up one call Manders, because Manders has his title match against Atticus at the Field of Dreams show that they're doing, but they did an absolute piss poor job of making Manders even look half fucking beat. So it was just a waste of a match.
Yeah. Basically, they kept beating him up, but he kept getting back, and Otis was there the whole time interfering in the match. So it was like it was almost as if he could have wrestled. But if the point was to soften him up, they should have just had them beat his ass, leave him with a pool of blood, and not actually do a match. But
but they actually did a match, and Otis actually got involved in the match. So I don't know how you can call yourself medically uncleared, and then you're still fucking throwing punches and shit. Fucking, I was like, what the shit? Anyways, so there's that. I think I'm missing. Then you had the
okay, after Gabby. Okay, now I remember. After Gabby Forza, that was the second match. Then it was the B-Boy, Greg Excellence, Nate Webb, the fucking 8-man thing.
Yeah, 8-man bullshit. Yeah, you're right.
The fucking weirdest thing. All right, do you guys know who Greg Excellence is? He's a fucking weirdo. All right, well he's built like me, and he does weird shit. He makes the guys touch his nipple, and then he rubs his fat on you. It is some weird shit that he does. Yeah.
Think about your 60-year-old grandpa in the ring in a singlet, and you're rubbing all over him.
So Mike Jackson and Michael Nakazawa fused together Dragon Ball Z style. Got it.
Yeah. So then they announced that everybody was the winner except Griffin McCoy and Kerry Morton because they came out and just ruined it.
And they came out in the Hall of Fame.
Then they did the Hall of Fame section because, of course, Ruckus is in the the Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame now.
Yeah.
So they did a video package of him showing him through the years. So then he started crying and giving his thanks to everybody. We got us a little emotional. It took us out of kind of GCW. This is GCW. We're here for the violence, but they hit you in the feels this time.
Yeah.
Stardom did that with Saki Kashima's retirement, the quickest retirement ceremony I've ever seen, with the quickest 10-belt salute this past Sunday when Tomoshi Ii, her favorite, came to the ring to honor her, and she's been involved in the business for 15 years. All the best to the low-speed trickster. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, and it was Zandig that came out, the legend. That's who he was, Nick. And Homicide was the other guy who came out.
Yeah, Homicide came out.
Yeah.
And then you had
Rico Loco and Vengador was next.
Vengador.
Classic luchador match.
But I said in the middle of the match, I'm like, yo, does GCW have any other fucking luchadors? Because it feels like I've seen this match 80 times, and it was like, what the fuck? You not have anybody else? But it was an okay match for what it was.
Then it was the AJ and Ricky Morton. Then it was Viperous, my MVP of Vegas week, versus Joey Janela. These two fucking people brought the house down. They were going at it, throwing each other through doors. There was literal here's Johnny spot because there was the door, or here's Joey, I should say. But Noah doesn't watch movies. He might not get that. That's from The Shining.
I think it's from The Shining.
Yeah.
The Shining.
So the door was against the ropes. The door was against the ropes like that. and she literally took Joey Janela and threw him headfirst through the door, so he busted through. As soon as I said, "Here's Johnny, here's Joey," the fucking commentator stole my joke. Like they're listening in. I was like, "What the hell?"
It's set up. It was a softball, dude. It was set up, and they swung it out of the park.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's Veda for you. That's Veda for you.
But dude, Viper's kicked out of some crazy shit. She kicked out of a DDT off the top rope, through a table.
Yeah, I don't like
she
that.
kicked out of a
like
suplex through a like those 6 chairs that line up in the bed. He literally dragon suplexed her from the top rope through those chairs, and she kicked the fuck out. I love Vipers. I don't care what you said, Nick. I like Vipers. I like this shit.
No, I like her. I like her too. I like her too. But, like, fuck me. How you gonna fucking kick out of that shit? Like, come on. And then you get loose. And then you lose to a roll up. I was like, what? No. Did she lose to a roll up, or she won the roll up? I don't know. But I'm like, listen.
She won the match.
She won the match, but you think you'd be dead after that.
She went on the corner and was slipping. Her foot was slipping, so it looked like she was gonna go for a swanton. Then she just turned into a regular splash and got the 3 on Joey. I'm telling you, Joey could wrestle a broom and make the fucking broom a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, like it's. I would have shaved off like 10 minutes from that match because it didn't need to go that long, and I didn't need like by the end of it, you could tell that they were starting to become sloppy, and it was just fucking like, okay, guys, end the match, like fuck off.
Then it was the GCW World Title, the cringy shit. With Marcus Mathers and Atticus Cogar.
That was good.
It was a clean one-on-one match until fucking Cogar reached in his pocket and the skewers came out.
Well, no, it wasn't even that. It was fucking.
Oh no, it was the slingshot to the steps. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
it was blading or he legit got cut. But Mathers' fucking face literally like exploded. The way this dude was bleeding was fucking ridiculous. Like,
crazy.
I think he just overbladed or he really hit something in the steel steps. But then Atticus Cogar's sick ass. Marcus Mathers has like a 10-year-old brother that's in the crowd. He wiped the blood off of Mathers and literally threw it at his little brother. And then people started screaming, "You sick fuck" at him.
I mean,
then he put the skewers not in his forehead, but in his back and on his shoulders, then proceeded to suplex him so he lands on his back, and then he pinned him so that the fucking skewers go further into his back.
Yeah, but I mean,
of course, acupuncture.
Yeah, it was all right. There was a part in the match I didn't like because I was like, what the fuck is this? So in the point of the match, Napier comes out and Otis comes out. So Vandal 48 is out there. And they're out there for like 5 to 6 minutes. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, listen, I get it. There's interference and shit, and y'all are a family, but you're telling me Marcus Mathers doesn't have any friends in the back to come help him up? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Like, you got fucking Napier coming out, and when Napier comes out, they're like, it's a 2-on-1 fucking match. It's like a handicap match. And I'm like, what the? Like, come on. Like, really? And then you have Otis coming out.
Yeah, but Mathers survived a lot of it, and he was showing his heart, dude.
He did. But it's like, at what point is enough? Like, at what point you're telling me again? You're telling me Marcus Mathers doesn't have any friends in the back?
Hey,
like,
man, they consider him an outsider. He's WWE ID'd, man. Nobody wants to help.
No, I don't believe that shit. He's gotta have something. Marcus Mathers has been there before that. So you're telling me that there's still fucking there's nobody back there?
He had at least 1,000 partners, man. The whole Philadelphia was behind him. He's from there. You heard how they were reacting.
Yeah, they couldn't come in the ring. You're telling me after a death match like fucking Matt Tremont had with Otis, you're telling me Matt Tremont couldn't come out and fucking save him? Come on.
He did give Marcus Mathers that pre-speech too. Like, but he might have been concussed from his match earlier. The dude missed 90% of his match.
Anybody. Regardless. That match was good. It was great. It was hard hitting, fabulous. And then for the main event,
Nick fucking Gage versus Bear Bronson. Nick fucking Gage got the fucking introduction that Emo gave.
Yep.
Just hyped you up for this match. Like, Emo gave the greatest fucking introduction that I've ever heard anybody be introduced to. I fucking love Emo.
They did.
And the fact that they let him cuss like that. But
GCW, right? Like,
GCW, unrestricted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll let you handle this one because I was having phone issues with this shit.
No, I mean, listen, it was a good match. It was okay. It was there for what it was. I mean, they didn't go crazy. I think because they were in Philly, they might. Who knows if they have an athletic commission in Philly, that bars them from doing certain things. Because it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. You obviously had your pizza cutter spot, and you had your doors and your barbed wire. Like you had all that.
ECWs from Philly. I don't think they got restrictions, buddy.
There has to be some restrictions because you can't tell me that there was. How do you fucking run out of money in the budget to buy light tubes? Come on.
I mean, they're probably not too far away from a hardware store picking up those.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, come on. So there must have been some. There have to have been some sort of rule where maybe light tubes weren't a thing, or you're not allowed, or I don't know. But regardless, it was an okay match. I thought I was gonna get more blood in it because it's Bear Bronson and it's Nick fucking Gage. Like Nick didn't bleed at all. So it was very much Nick giving it to Bear, and like I said, Nick didn't bleed at all. So I don't know, maybe it was something. And then the way the match ended was so fucking anticlimactic, or just it felt flat because after all of these bumps that these guys are taking, I think it was a pile driver that ended it or something. I don't know. I don't know. The ending of the match fell flat to me. But other than that, it was a good show. It was okay. There was good, the bad, and the ugly with it. Would I go out of my way to watch the show back? No, I would not go out of my way to watch the show back. I watched it. I'm good. I don't need to see it again. I think if you're obviously a GCW fan, you're gonna go out of your way to watch it. But I mean, to anybody that is watching it for the first time, I think you would be disappointed if you watched this show for the first time.
All right. Fair enough. Well, Vipers, like La Chola, again, I apologize if I'm butchering your nickname. I, of course, saw her at a Spark Joshi, a hell of a match, of course.
La Chola. You got it right.
La Chola. Thank you, Walter. I knew that you would say me there because, of course, culture. So, again, that doesn't surprise me. Again, she's one of the hardest working females. I mean, again, I call the likes of Jasmine Allure the queen of the indies, but I think Vipers can give a run for her money. Alexis Falcon, though, owns the UK territory. Japan, the jury is out when it comes to the Josies. God bless them. So it doesn't surprise me there at all with that match.
And Brittany Brooks, 21 years old, her ring psychology and what she's doing, dude. I'm so impressed by this woman. It is not because we interviewed her or because we met her and how pleasant she was. Literally, it's just the way we'll talk about when we talk about HOG, the way she did that match and what she did with Thunder Rosa. This girl is light years ahead of her time. Like she's only 21 years old, dude. She just fucking gets the business.
Gen Z has a lot of flaws. They disagree with a lot of the previous culture. They believe what they want to believe nowadays is right if it's on social media versus the court of law. And they're all entitled to their opinions. That's America. That's the oxymoron of abusing and appreciating your freedom. But that's a whole different conversation. I'm not trying to get political here, like Craig Ferguson. But that being said, then again, he's just a weird dude. He's Scottish, too. He's an immigrant. So, I mean, what does he know? I guess he's American. But anyway, it's also one of those things, though, where you look at the generation of wrestlers rising across the world at such a young age, the in-ring intelligence versus most of the veterans of a bygone era is spades against those that are crotchety, old, salty, selfish, which is the key word there, selfish. I think that's another big thing about a lot of this generation. This is not a selfish generation. It's selfless. It is more carefree, and it is more about a viral based moment or popularity, because at the end of the day, you're not going viral. You're not marketing. For an independent wrestler, that is the bread and money. Look at BDE. I'm just saying. So for people like Brittany, for Izzy Moreno, who, by the way, just celebrated her birthday, by the way, yesterday, so I'm having some studios. Happy birthday to our favorite BFF, everyone's favorite BFF, Izzy Moreno. So that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. And honestly, when I was looking at the cards, because you all know I go pretty much to my sources and watch the matches I care about for the wrestlers I care about the most, unless the story of the wrestlers that I may not be fully into actually engaged with me. I don't watch the whole thing. So, because I already watched more than enough whole stuff, including Pro Wrestling Noah, where your boy, Shane Hayes, just became the new Global Underground champion. He beat Yoshishige Nomura. He is now the new face of Noah. He now owns the Arc. So, we'll see how far that goes. Congrats to Shane Hayes. I can't believe it. I mean, someone beat that big man for it.
Go Haste.
Uh-huh.
But anyway,
See, now you're talking New Japan. I got to ask you something before we move on. Now that you're talking about New Japan.
Any thoughts regarding the GCW show before we move on to House of Glory?
The Atticus Cogar match, I'm probably going to be watching it. Like, every match that you mentioned that is, like, very bloody and violent, I'll probably be watching that.
Just skip the 8-man tag. Everything else, you'll be fine.
Big America. All right. Well, that being said, why don't you go ahead and shift gears now into House of Glory, and please talk more about the match that was most interested in. Brittany Brooks versus the Mammoth and the Rosa.
Yeah, these two were back and forth. The ring psychology, like I said, off the train. Like ring veterans, she does stuff like noticing where you are in the ring and like stops you from getting to the rope, double hook. It's the simple little things in wrestling that people like Noah and I appreciate. Like, someone's that close to the rope. She tucked Thunder Rosa's arm under herself so she couldn't reach that rope. And then she hooked both legs because of the position they were at the ropes. And she just made sure she couldn't hook the ropes. And I know it's a small thing, but it's like she noticed the way she felt. She was like, it would be too obvious. And she does things like twist her body towards the rope so the Thunder can't reach the rope. She just does like the little small things, and she just gets it. And her ring psychology and how to work the crowd, and she can switch babyface to heel instantaneously just by feeling how the crowd is reacting. Like, she's awesome. Like, I can't praise Brittany enough. But of course,
exception to the noise. Respect.
She lost to Thunder.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's fun to roll stuff.
We had a weird 6-way match. Let me see if I can remember these fucking people's name. Joe Alonzo. I know he won. He defeated JJ Does, who was the only person I fucking knew because of the last GCW and his mask, because it looks like he's from Daft Punk. Pain looks like the long lost member of the Shield or Authors of Pain, because he literally had like Shield gear and he wrestled. He kind of looked like the Authors of Pain. It was a huge, I guess he's Latino looking dude. Had to be like 6'7". You had Turbo Fumi. I have no idea who that guy is. Giovannici, another Latino thing, which just means like young guy. That's what that translates to. And Onyx, who looked like a fucking Pokemon. I don't know what the shit was. But yeah, Joe Alonzo, because he was the only one to recognize, I told you he's got to be the one to win. And he won. But nothing to write home about. But it was called the Suicidal 6-Way. It was a random match that wasn't even advertised. So, whatever. Then you had 5150, Danny Limelight, Slice Boogie, who beat the main event. Good back and forth match. And I said it early in the match, and it fucking happened. And it was just something about Midas Black. I just saw it in his eyes. I was like, dude, it looks like he doesn't even want to tag Jay Lyon. He's going to... Yep, hold on. Thank you.
Snap, it sounds like.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I was like, he doesn't look like a tag. It looks like he's going to turn on him. And as soon as I said it, that's how it ended. Lyons was by himself. Midas was in the corner. And he went for the tag, and Midas Black jumped down and just fed Lions to 5150, and they got the victory. So main event is no longer a thing. I saw it coming. I knew it. Like, it's been teased too long. I knew Midas Black was going to do that. So I called it right on the spot. Then you had Speedball Mike Bailey versus Amazing Red. Surprisingly, it wasn't a crazy-ass, high-flying, back-and-forth match. They actually slowed it down. And I actually like the way they did this. They fought each other tooth and nail. But part of the reason, I think, is there was about maybe 2 feet between the crowd and the side of the ring. So they couldn't do crazy dives. Even though they did some of them, Mike Bailey did a few dives and ended up literally sitting on people's lap and hugging the fans because he almost fell in the hug, and the fan literally picked him back up and held him in his arm. And Bailey just did a character thing and kissed the dude on the cheek and hugged the living shit out of him. Like, thank you for saving my life. It was fucking hilarious. People has character if they let him slide. But yeah, Mike Bailey defeated Amazing Red, and of course showed him respect at the end. Amazing Red looks like he's at this crossroad. He's been on a bit of a losing streak. He's a veteran. He's the TNA legend, the X Division legend. So could we be seeing the end of his run? Because he looked like he lost confidence in himself the way he looked at the end of the match. So I'm thinking that's where the story's taking us. Whether this is his last time in the spotlight. Then we had the HOG Cruiserweight Championship, which wasn't announced. Darren Richardson, who's the Prince-looking guy, for you guys that don't look with he defeated Raymond Bright in a throwaway match. I don't know what the hell. I knew the title wasn't changing because the shit wasn't even announced. Then you had the HOG Crown Jewel Championship, Zilla Fatu versus his own cousin, Lance Anoa'i.
That's a blood war.
Yeah, they did what they could, but I wasn't I was excited, but I don't feel like they delivered as well as they could. But they did go back. I think the ending just fell a little flat because the way he did the Samoan spike, he really didn't hit him in the jaw. He hit him in the. So Lance came off the top rope with like a flying headbutt, and he ran at him and hit him with the Samoan spike. But it really kind of connected here, but we're not supposed to notice that the way he twisted and sold it. So I don't know. The ending felt kind of flat, but either way, Zilla won, kept the title. Then they went to go shake hands. Lance smacked his hand away. He said, "We don't shake hands," and he hugged. So I guess the family, nobody fights more than family. So I don't know if they're on the same page or whatever, but they hugged at the end of it. That's all that matters. So, and Zilla kept clapping for him, and then bam, we got the main event. Jonathan Gresham and Charles Mason. Jonathan Gresham, the shit he did.
He's the octopus for a reason, Walter.
Dude, literally, I said that his tentacles are just like, I was like, you leave a limb, he's going to snatch it. The way he manipulated this dude's fingers, wrist, legs, the submission. He did submission moves. I've been watching wrestling my whole life. He did crazy submission moves I've never fucking saw in my life. I'm like, what is this shit? Like, I don't know how Mason did not tap, did not keep, like, he must have had to see a chiropractor today after that match last night.
I can believe it. I can honestly believe it. Please continue.
Nuts.
This is very entertaining to me here.
Yeah, but then Mason, surprisingly, they kicked out of everybody. It was a good, like, 15, 20 match. Mason caught Gresham in, like, this weird submission to where Gresham was, like, kind of folded, and Gresham was forced to tap because the way his arm was. So Gresham actually literally tapped out, and it kind of sucks because now it looks like he's at his own crossroads because he was sitting up, looking defeated. He lost the last few matches. I think he fought Mason twice before. If not, this was the second time, and he's lost both times. So it's like the one man he cannot beat, and he doesn't know where to go from here.
Chasing the dragon, the shadow.
I don't know who the fuck is going to beat Charles Mason, dude. He didn't fake a injury this time. He didn't do no. Well, he cheated with the low blows, but he didn't do enough Chris shit. But yeah, Gresham got a couple of things that the ref could have caught him on too. But I mean, good back and forth submission. If you like switch style wrestling and just go watch it, because Gresham's fucking. This dude stretched him like seriously. Like, I don't think. Gresham has a better Yelp review than fucking most chiropractors with the way he stretches people. Let's put it like that.
That's a fair analysis.
This man was popping parts of his body that you didn't even know exist. Like, this shit was ridiculous what he does. But yeah, that was pretty much HOG in a nutshell. Besides Gresham, Zilla, and the Amazing Red were my shit. Everything else was kind of, well, Thunder Rosa and Brittany Brooks too, but everything else was kind of,
it was
you
there.
could leave it here or there. Yeah. So I wouldn't go out of my way to watch that, but if you got Trailer Plus, you can fast forward the other shit, but definitely got to check out the main event, the co-main event, the women's, and Mike Bailey and Amazing Red.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Walter. Ash, anything you want to add regarding the House of Glory show recap? I'm just going to simply say this. Brittany Brooks is bloody freaking brilliant. There's a reason why she is a future star of wrestling, and it's not because she's at FSW, cheap plug, And shout out again to La Mera Thunder Rosa, still leading the way for women's wrestling with her wrestling and MMA background. And again, main event, tag team, it's a tale as old as Mario Janelli and Shawn Michaels. No team lasts forever. Or shall I say, no team, teams forever. Only. Go ahead, Ashley, your thoughts towards House of Glory.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, really, Speedball slowing it down. That I definitely gotta see because I love Speedball. I love them so much. They bring me so much joy every time I see them.
Don't get me wrong. There were points where they picked it up and did what they did, but they really surprised me. I only think it was because of the way the arena was.
Well, yeah, but also Speedball, again, being a black belt in freaking Taekwondo, you also don't rely on aerial. You rely on striking and precision striking. Sometimes it's about how quick you hit the strike, but how accurate you hit the strike. And sometimes that takes a moment of pace in thinking how you execute the move. Because if it doesn't hit, then it means nothing. Or it could actually mean something far worse than you intended. And again, this isn't ballet. We're also not trying to break each other or injure anybody. I'm just saying. Continue.
Also, that Gresham match sounds like it'd be my that is Shadow Bat coded right there. Because oh my god, I love that shit.
There's going to be a point where me and Ash and Walter are going to call the most technical match ever, and I don't know whether or not it's going to contain Zack Sabre Jr. and or Nigel McGuinness or Jonathan Gresham and or freaking insert technically wizard name right here. But there's going to be a match where me, Ash, and Walter are going to be calling probably the most technical thing possible. And it's going to become a field day who either calls it correctly or wants to call it out the loudest first. And honestly, Ring of Honor might give us a run for our money because Nigel McGuinness will be in action at Supercard of Honor, Ash. I'm just saying.
Oh my god, I love Nigel McGuinness. Oh my god, oh my god. Let's just leave it at that.
Stay tuned, folks. Supercard of Honor, as you saw on the trailer, we will be coming here at the Super Level Studios, and everyone has gone honorable here at least once with me because I still believe that honor is real. Shout out, by the way, to everyone that qualified for the Fight of the Fittest. Could this be Athena's undoing finally? We'll see. Nick, anything you want to add regarding what Walter recap of House of Glory? Any little cliff notes you want to add, or shall we close the book on this wrestling recap? Pasta. Good man. All right. Or ramen. I don't know. You know what? No, I'm going to take chance here. Why do people eat ramen with nothing but salt and water? Like, seriously.
Don't fucking ask me. I hate the people. I don't know why they do that.
Listen.
It's only for dorm room kids and broke college kids.
That mac and cheese is healthier, and I lived off Chef Boyardee ravioli. Anyway, and I didn't even live on campus. I went to the freaking market. I grabbed a freaking Chef Boyardee, pumped it in for 90 seconds, drunk a damn Sprite, and went on my way. So you can shut up with that. Sorry, you were saying, Nick?
Ramen? Okay. If you have a good bowl of ramen at a ramen place,
that's different.
You're living life.
Okay, good man.
Like,
as long as he's talking about the appropriate ramen.
See,
if we get into a ramen discussion,
I cook and make it from scratch, so it's different for me.
You make it from scratch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
Ramen is just realistically, ramen is just noodles.
You just need egg noodles.
Noodles, broth. Yeah, noodles, broth, pork, boiled egg.
Boiled egg.
Yeah.
I mean, the boiled egg is essential for a ramen bowl. You got to get that protein in there. I'm just saying. But anyway. I may not eat healthy, but I know a thing or two about food, folks, despite the fact that I'm literally skin and bones in this suit. Anyway. All right, I'll thank you for that, Walter. Ash, anything further you want to add from House of Glory before we move on?
No, that's about it.
Okay, and I will say this again: Brittany Books, Fonda Rosa, Amazing Reds, People Mike Bailey. I got my matches. Yes, Walter, I see your brain.
No, I just thought about it. Wasn't there another GCW that you and JJ called before HOG was on?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there was GCW last night too.
That's right. You had a double booked weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't ask me about it because I don't remember.
Okay, fair enough. Then we'll just move on. Because honestly, when you look at double book shows, they're almost like same people.
Sorry,
play different matches. And it's okay, man. Look,
I remember. Okay, hold on. No, I remember. Here, let me see if I can remember.
Key moments there. Key moment.
Jeff, do you think music's playing in the background?
I I know that there was a triple threat match with Napier, Koger, and KJ Orso.
Okay.
There was Janela was on it. Vipers, I think. No, Vipers wasn't on. Was Vipers on it? I don't remember. The guys who were in the 4-way were in it. There was a triple threat match with Tremont, Murdoch, and somebody else. I remember there was actually a really good match that I remember that happened. It was One Call Manders versus I forgot his name, but he was a heavier set dude with dreads. I forgot his name, but that was a good match. It was a good match.
Okay.
Wait, which match are you talking about?
It was Manders versus some very large man with dreads.
Oh, yeah. Shit, the big dude. I was like, whoo. They needed to put him versus Stackhouse.
Yeah, that guy. I don't forgot his name.
Right there with that comparison.
Yeah.
Fuck, it'll pop in my head. Keep talking.
All right. Well,
I'll just scream it out when it pops in.
Yeah, just blurt it out like a random Tourette attack. All right. Well, thank you for that, Nick. Well, again, folks, support independent wrestling. Go check out Game Changer Wrestling.
Bojack.
There it is.
That was his fucking name. Yeah. I knew because I was thinking of the clown. I was like, it's like Bojangles, and I was like, fuck, I knew it was something like that.
Yes. That was a good match.
Yeah.
Bojack.
All right.
Here, I'll tell you the matches. You see if you remember. It was the Rejects, Reed Bentley, and John Wade Murdoch, who were involved in the ladder match today, by the way, versus Matt Tremont, Jimmy Lloyd, Little Sicko, and Nino Extremo. That's the guy who knocked Sicko off the rope. See, they were teammates yesterday.
That happened tonight.
No, those were everybody involved in the ladder match. But last night it was an 8-man tag. They were together. Then you had Ricky Morton, Don Freeze, and Ruckus, who who got in the Hall of Fame. They were KJ Orso, Idacus, and Christian Napier. Yeah. And none of them trusted KJ Orso, and he showed why they shouldn't trust him. Exactly. You had Greg Excellence, the weird guy. He fought Sal Mistretta. Nobody.
He fought this. Match. He fought this. So the guy that he fought, his gimmick was like a football star, and he was doing football moves. And then this is why I said, the Greg Excellence guy is like your grandfather, overweight and shit, trying to do shit. Because in the night before he was in his singlet, and then he took off his singlet, and he was just in trunks. Mm-hmm. I threw up in my mouth a little bit because you see this old dude that's really large and like with titties and everything, and it was just it was not pleasant to watch.
Theme of the week: titties. Anyways, so
apparently we're talking about more than just birds here, folks. But apparently they still flock together. Continue.
That guy looked like he should have been like Dean Douglas's kid or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know, the way he was like dressed in the football, he looked academic. He was like a mix of Nowinski, Dean Douglas.
Yeah, it was very, very awkward.
Yeah, it was like really weird. I don't know. That was the dumbest match.
Oh, I remember too. Oh, fuck you! I remember. Vipers was on the show because Vipers.
Kenny Morton. She fought Kenny Morton.
Yeah,
that was the retarded DQ we were talking about.
Yeah, there you see. There you go. That was the dumb DQ that happened, and I was like, "Why the hell is there DQ?" I thought we were hitting people with furniture and shit, but no, she gets fucking DQ'd by pulling the referee in front of her.
We had a DQ in a GCW event, Noah. Just put that together. Make that make sense.
How's that for oxymorons?
But then it was so stupid. But then it was so. Hold on, I'll make it even worse. But then after the DQ, they actually told the ref to run the footage like we're fucking ESPN or something, and they wanted to run back the footage to see that it was actually Kerry Morton who pulled the ref in to Vipers as he got speared. So they restarted the match, and then Vipers won, and I'm like, well, what if we're in a fucking GCW where we're hitting people with with doors and shit, and you're restarting matches? Like, make it make sense. Yeah, it was dumb.
A lot of the people that fought yesterday fought today, by the way. Cause
Yeah.
You had Mayo Hawkins.
They do.
And post game, Mike Walker and Vinny Toledo, they fought BK Westbrook, Junie Underwood, and Ryan O'Neal. They won. And then you had Gringo Loco and Vengador, who fought tonight, were teammates yesterday and fought Heavenly Assassins, Alex Devine and Chris Slade.
As things happen.
Yep.
Maybe they are the only two luchadors.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're the only two luchadors.
As far as GCW goes, but I mean, the jury is out on anybody else. But okay. Well, all right then. Like I said, GCW double feature, triple feature, quadruple feature. If they do that outside WrestleMania week, you can expect the same people on each show in some different capacity, going through some different weapon. Not named the kitchen sink, but wouldn't surprise me if one day they use that prop wise. I would hope not full on metal, because
I would die of laughter if they did.
Well, you're not going to bend over someone's head like a cartoon gimmick, but nonetheless, you probably would try.
A styrofoam sink somehow.
A styrofoam sink would just break in half. That would have no effect. Anyway,
not if you plaster it and glue it the right way.
I suppose that's true.
That's dumb. That's right, though.
I mean, dumb is right. GCW. It works.
Or you could probably make it out of cardboard. I mean, those doors are just cardboard. So
well, yeah, but they gotta have some sort of filter inside them as well, so you actually have some sort of impact. I mean, all cardboard does is bend without breaking. So again, though, this isn't a physics lesson, but I do understand what you mean. Ash, anything further to add regarding that GCW double recap?
I love Nick's reviews. I want him to review more shows. This was entertaining.
Yeah, the way that Nick's brain works when it buffers to the answer slower than Google AI is quite entertaining, where I would use his Canadian search engine probably more than AI Google if it existed.
Nick should review Nick and I should review an AEW show together.
The Canadian Connection.
I'm upset that I remembered more about the show that you were on that I didn't call than I did the fucking show I just called.
Conundrums. That's conundrums for you.
Well, the way the brainwaves work here, the neurons aren't on working all cylinders. But I think we learned two things tonight. I am not Craig Ferguson, but apparently I can hold an awkward conversation by myself or with a woman, and it could turn into its own late night show without Jeff the Robot Skeleton. And apparently the Canadian Connection needs to do their own reviews for either GCW or something non-wrestling and probably innuendo heavy. Okay, that being said, thank you so much, gentlemen.
Did you not watch the Big Gay Brunch watch along?
My highlights from it.
Are you sure you want me and Ash on the same
several
thing?
Highlights, and I think I saw more than enough and heard more than enough. As Ash tries to maintain her composure.
I went back and watched Mania. The amount of times you can see Jay-Z and I from the fucking beginning of it. I was
yes,
like,
you guys were literally right there at ringside. You were clear as day. Again,
you guys were right there.
Comfortable building it looked like. All right, with that being said, thank you so much, Nick and Walter, for your wrestling recap with GCW and HOG. A lot of good stuff across the board, as usual, from the independent scene.
I gotta ask you, I'm dying to know how you felt about a certain somebody that popped up in NXT last Tuesday. Well, a few people popped up, but I know you two know which one I'm talking about.
All right, fine. I will go ahead and give a simple take on the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, I saw that.
Namaste Hapong, founder of the House of Torture. Evil. If WWE's not going to use darker gimmicks, he better pray he only exists in NXT or he's already going to be future endeavored. I'm just saying. But it's a nice way to add a bigger threat to the NXT Championship. That's a complete unknown to Tony D'Angelo, who never walked anybody like this force of dark nature. Curious to see what it brings, and if Evil finds his dick again.
They never even said his name, by the way.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it mysterious because I guess you can't use Evil because that's copyright. Vile, Sinister.
How is Evil copyright?
I don't know. New Japan.
Yeah, New Japan owns the rights to that name.
Much like
did he really?
Much
yes,
like
it
the
did.
Bullet Club. Yes, that's correct. Rights are a pain in the ass, man. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Well, WWE are the kings of that, so.
That's true. If they could literally have the right of a word.
Maybe his name will be Maybe his name will be Live. Isn't that evil backwards?
No, evil back. Wait.
Evil.
Oh wow, you're right. It is actually that.
No. He's gonna be named Heel. He's gonna be called Heel.
Or with a silent H on the end.
Just add a D to evil and call him Devil.
Well, no, couldn't you just do evil but put a period in between each letter?
Or all caps, so he's evil.
You go E period V period I period L.
Excalibur, Victor, Indigo, Lucifer. Got it.
I don't know. What you call it? Danhausen says very good, very evil all the time.
Yeah, I think he was going to say non-copyright, but whether or not he curses him is a whole different conversation. That being said, I cursed the Fed.
Hold on. Whoa. I saw it. I actually saw it.
What?
I saw the debut.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was fucking stupid.
Oh, wait. They're the New Japan people. That's why I said let them go first.
Well, I did, and then Nick interjected with a very simple interjection, so I will allow it. Now the court will recognize our other Canadian friend and Shinyan Pro Wrestling fan, Ash. So Ash, speak your case.
I love Evil. I can't wait to see what he does in NXT. We have entered Darkness World. I was so happy he came in and was like, yes, he's finally here. Oh my God.
It sucks though. It sucks how he starts to start on NXT.
He wanted
if you're not made in WWE, you got to start from the beginning. All
Just
right?
like Blake Monroe, he chose to start in NXT.
I think they needed him too, though, because think about all the call-ups we've gotten recently. They need people in NXT. They lost a lot of big names.
Exactly. And as we saw the glamour, Blake Monroe is now on SmackDown. Absolute Ricky Saints, Fatal Influence, Soruka, Joe Hendry. They're all spoken for now.
Why? Why did they treat Ricky Saints the way he? And you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna go on a tangent.
And
You're
now
talking about
word
Joe Hendry?
from the Rage of Wrestling with Walter Cruz after this commercial. No, I'm not going to do that to you, bro, because that's a whole different conversation for another day. That's not on the itinerary.
They literally pulled the rug from under Ricky Saints. They buried him before he could start. Like, I hope he can recover from this shit.
I mean, to be fair, Blake Monroe was buried 6 feet under NXT, and they dug her up where she now took a nice hot bath and will be clean on SmackDown, so anything's possible.
I guess.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what dude wipes can do for you, because WWE
Hey man,
loves them so
listen.
much.
And Cody fucked up and called him the wrong name. They called him his AEW name.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Yes. You're not going to see it now because they edited it. Yeah, but I got the original recording. He called him the wrong name.
Dumbass.
I mean, that's Cody for you.
You sound like Walter, the puppet from Jeff Dunham with that.
Listen, what happened today just goes to show that if you don't be something soon, you're gone. Like if anybody is releasable at this point, with what happened today, and we'll talk about it in a bit, but with what happened today, regardless of what the circumstances were, for some, you are expendable, and I would be worried, because if you don't get over it and get over it quick, you might as well pack your shit now.
So the rest of the world will say, get over here, but I will tell you to stay tuned as we tell you where in the world Albert Made is heading after this commercial break concludes, as the late night show with me continues here at the Saturday Shenanigans. So stay tuned.
And now for a taste of things to come.
it's amazing how much old school game shows can be better than dramas of today. So, sorry. And as always, this is about Studio truly encompass, embrace, celebrate, engage, pontificate, analyze, and criticize to all the wrestling. And welcome back here to the Late Night Show. I am your host, TV's Noah Foster. No, I've never been on TV. I never will be. I am YouTube's Superman Noah Foster with our Canadian connection here, Ash and Nick, and Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz, reminding all of you
all the wrestling.
Enjoy all the wrestling and get over here as the shenanigans continue. Again, as I said,
and sports, enjoy the sports, except me because Celtics got eliminated.
There's a lot of sports going on right now.
Well, considering a little bit of a subway point I'd like to do here, stay tuned, of course. When, of course, coming up here is Gigi Carano versus Rowdy Ronda Rousey from the MJ Dome on Netflix, as they are trying to build it as the biggest fight of all time, and it will be Ronda Rousey's last. Controversy, polarization aside, it should be interesting to see who gets knocked the fuck out and who gets their own self-redemption and everything they want from this. Walter, I see your hand. You guys real quick.
No, he asked if we were covering it. Yes,
we're covering that fight?
Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah, it's in the watch-along trailer.
And he is our resident MMA expert, and it would be a crime against his profession if he doesn't do it. So stay tuned as Walter Cruz covers Ronda Rousey's final fight, and Gina Carano's for that matter, too. All right. That being said, again, as we continue, and we're at the halfway point, I just want to give again, for those that were not here in the beginning, I want to send well wishes on behalf of the Sibaba Studios to Rebel Tanea, who, of course, told us this morning that she was diagnosed with ALS, a terminal illness, and at this point is having trouble walking and talking, and is praying for a peaceful passing. For those that don't know, I don't have a WebMD, but I know that the illness has no cure, and is literally fatal. Many people get it, usually at a young age, and usually it does mean a deadline. Now, whether or not people hold out for that or want it to come back faster should not be justified by their own person's desire, but I hope that it goes the appropriate way for Rebel, and we send nothing but strength and love to her. And please, folks, show your support for Rebel Tanea, whether you watched her in TNA, AEW, met her at a meet and greet, saw her at one point in the wrestling scene, or heard her on your local radio station, because, of course, she worked with Stu outside Texas. I've seen Rebel many a times, of course, during my live times at AEW. I remember hearing her on commentary for World's Wrestling Association showcases. I remember she was part of the menagerie in TNA, I believe. And she has always been a character that just brought a smile to you, whether she was caffeinated or not, quote unquote. So again, Rebel, nothing but love and all the best to you, and thank you. Nick, I see your hand. What you got to say real quick?
Yeah, no, it's sad that she's going through what she's going through. She's not the only one recently that we've that has been diagnosed with that. I don't remember the actor's name, but he was in Grey's Anatomy.
My mom was talking to him about him this morning. I know.
Yeah, his nickname was McSteamy.
I thought it was McDreamy.
No,
it's McSteamy, and the actor's name is Eric Dane.
Eric Lane. There it is.
Dane.
Yeah, him. Dane. Yeah, because he. If you don't know the story about it, he had ALS and he passed away. But before he passed away, he did a documentary, a biography about him, an interview. It's on Netflix. He did it before his passing, and he gave strict instructions to Netflix and to everybody. This video or this interview does not get released until I passed. So as soon as he passed, if you go to Netflix, the video is up there. It's really sad to see what ALS does to people in such a short time. Like, I remember Rebel when she was like with Britt Baker and stuff like that. That was like, and then even too after transitioning to the backstage role and then going through all the health problems that she's gone through, and now to know that she has ALS, it's so sad. And I don't care what anybody says about it. I'm going to say it. They actually did not a tribute, but they did shout out Rebel.
It's
on Collision.
acknowledgement.
Yeah, they did acknowledge her on Collision tonight.
Respect.
Tony Schiavone, they gave it a little bit of a moment, and they did do that on commentary tonight for Collision. So good on Tony, and good on everybody else for doing that for Rebel, because that's nice of them.
Well,
Shit was sad. I've seen that video like 3 times and cried, like literally. I can't watch it anymore.
I saw it this morning and I was like, okay, I've heard enough. Yes, folks, even
Yeah,
I do have a heart, believe it or not.
It was heartbreaking.
Again, tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families. Do the best you can with yourself today, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Again, nothing but love and strength and peace to Rebel. Thank you. All right. That being said, welcome back here to the Late Night Show, where the original host will be coming in here very soon. I will bid you Yahoos once again a fine adieu. But before I bid my farewell, we are going to go ahead and see where we're going to say hello to the greatest promotional stage on the planet, Mania. Where in the world is Mania heading? So let's go ahead and let's get on the case to try and solve this mystery, as JJ gave me a novel of what ifs and possibilities for location, not to be named by an angry Korean GPS from vacation. Names included but not limited to Nashville, Tennessee, possibly for WrestleMania 44 2028. New Orleans, of course, who got basically outbid by Las Vegas. They might get WrestleMania 45. Indianapolis has been very much the conversation since the Royal Rumble, of course, with Lucas Oil Stadium having the Royal Rumble. So maybe WrestleMania 46. WrestleMania 47, Orlando, Florida. We've already seen 2 WrestleManias from Florida, of course, WrestleMania 24 and WrestleMania 33. Well, actually, I think 3 technically. And WrestleMania 37. Maybe not all from Orlando, but you get the idea. Florida. How that state hasn't fallen off from a hurricane is beyond me. And then, of course, beyond there is, of course, the new stadium being built for the Cleveland Browns with only pray one day they use it for a Super Bowl versus Mania, where one will be more important to the city of Cleveland versus TKO investors. Nonetheless, we are basically looking at the outlook of future WrestleMania locations. So we know that WrestleMania 43 will be in Saudi Arabia. And again, 44, 45, 46, 47, completely up in the air. But apparently there's been a lot of location talk, according to me Tates. It's not a Pokemon, by the way. I thought he was joking me with a Pokemon name on Instagram. So let's go ahead and talk about the potential of these locations hosting the greatest promotion showcase on the planet, Mania. So again, Nashville, New Orleans, Indianapolis, Orlando, Florida, Cleveland, Ohio. Some never had it. Some already have had it. Some brand new building. Some a familiar building. Are these cities worthy, you think, of having an Mania? Yes or no? And would you even care if to that town they were to go, especially during that time with TKO? Ash, talking about the winning monopoly, what are your thoughts on all this future idea outlook for Mania location showcasing?
I'm one of those people where, to me, it doesn't matter where WrestleMania
It doesn't matter where you at, Bert. Continue.
As long as the build-up to WrestleMania is enjoyable. Like, if you do a good job building up to the show, to me, it don't matter where it is. As long as I'm invested in half the card, you have me hooked.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, another thing is, when are we going to have another WrestleMania in Canada? That'd be nice.
Or, you promise UK. How long right now? Wembley Stadium, just saying. John Cena.
Canada will get another WrestleMania when Manitoba gets another AEW event.
Pretty soon then, possibly. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, one sounds far more likely than the other. I mean, again, they're Canadian. They're in Canada, eh? I'm in Ohio. Closest area here to all these places would either be from Detroit Airport, 1 hour to Nashville, Tennessee. Hour and 8 minutes, by the way, when I last flew. Back in 2021, seeing Kenny Omega and Simi Callahan live at Summiversary, which was freaking awesome. Seeing all that gold on Kenny Omega. That was so good. The TNA was awesome back then too. Freaking Indianapolis, Indiana, probably not too far off. I mean, again, they've already had the Royal Rumble. I mean, chances are they might get Survivor Series and then they'll get Mania. Orlando, Florida, Orange County. I mean, again, to the highest bidder goes the spoilers of all the promotions and the promoters. Walter, anything further you want to add with these potential locations here for Mania in the future? Going once, going twice, and toot, toot, toot. Okay, very good. And Nick walked off to probably get something far more worthy towards his brain power than looking at these places in America that he will probably never see, especially for an Mania. But I'm sure he has something to say that will probably, break the monotony. So go ahead, Nick. Your thoughts on all this.
Okay, so we got Saudi Arabia next year.
Yeah, that's a given.
I think New Orleans is not getting it.
You don't think they're going to get it at all?
Nope.
Not even Ricky Starks now on the main roster?
Nope.
Damn.
Florida?
They've already had 3 WrestleManias in Florida, to my knowledge. Someone could fact check me on that if they want to. I'm pretty sure they've only had 3.
I would say Nashville. I would say Nashville for the only fact of isn't 2027 when they're the new stadium. The new stadium's being built.
Yes.
I can see that because with WWE, they always want to be the first. So they're always going to be the first one in the new stadium. Yeah, no,
WrestleMania Hawaii, brought to you by Dole Pineapple.
So I can see it. I can see it being Nashville. Yeah, I can Nashville. I can't see it being Wembley. I can't. And maybe they go back to Vegas for a third time in a year. Maybe.
Bring that city down to the ground without Nickelback playing. Although Nickelback playing was a pleasant theme to hear.
Yeah. Other than that, I can't. I don't really. Yeah.
All right.
Nashville's my answer.
Yeah, I feel like Nashville's probably the most obvious choice, probably to go to at least confirm officially that's going to be one, if not one in the nearest future, because Jelly Roll. And also, good old JR, you can probably have the Legend connection there. And again, brand new stadium and all the tourism you're going to get there with live music venue, the music attractions, all the promotion you can do on live music venue, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. As I see your hand, what you got to say real quick?
So, WrestleMania was in Florida at 5 occasions.
Oh, okay.
They've been to New Orleans twice, too.
Yeah, they the following WrestleManias in Florida were WrestleMania 37, 36, 33.
I forgot 36.
I think that's WrestleMania 28.
24, the Edge match. I know that for sure.
And Ric Flair's retirement match at WrestleMania, allegedly. And then, of course, 28. I forgot about 36 because we don't talk about 2020.
Yeah, we don't talk about pandemic era. We don't talk about Thunderdome.
No, we don't. Yeah, in Nashville, Tennessee, it definitely seems like the most official one I could see. And considering it's 44, the one after the one we know that's next year, it makes the most sense for that one to be pretty damn official. I also think that the freaking 2029 is not going to bring them enough profit for New Orleans, Louisiana at the time, or, hot-shotting New Orleans and then looking at these other locations with the Pat McAfee being like, fuck you, Taker, I'm out of this shit. I can also see them maybe being sour note towards that city and being like, you don't get it. So at this point, I think the most obvious one is Nashville. And Cleveland, well, they're still waiting for the Browns to make it to the Super Bowl and actually get a win. So, I mean, maybe they'll get a WrestleMania as a victory before the Browns actually win the big game. So, I mean, I think Nashville definitely is one to heavily consider. Here's the thing about that. Emmanuel, they need to have a person in a giant pineapple costume, and it's need to be brought by Dole, and someone needs to bring Asuka out with the pineapple apple pen man for a special performance in order for that to work. Because I'm pretty sure WWE does not have any wrestlers from Hawaii. Then again, I guess Soruga could surf in if they could do like an artificial like wave trap
Ooh, that'd be a nice entrance. That would be a really dope entrance for her.
Well, unless she wipes out. I mean, again, we've also seen those contraptions, much like hoverboards, literally hurt people. I mean, you know, just saying.
Right.
Okay, what else is Hawaii known for? Bananas? What else is What else is Hawaii known for?
Luau's?
What?
The luau's?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Oh wait, Hawaii. Yeah, fire dancer, Samoan. I mean, you know, you could have literally Rock show up as Liberty Moana there to be the guest host, I guess. I mean, that will probably put butts in seats, and also confirm that WWE and Disney are in the same bed together. But anyway, but yeah, honestly, okay, good for them. I mean, a lot of these are familiar. At the end of the day, they're only doing stadiums. They're keeping it stateside. Now, here's the other thing I want to consider. If these Everett Manias go as long as they did, with the 3-hour kickoff and the 4 hours, that's 7 hours to 8 hours average a night. Here on the East Coast, you expect people to literally focus on something that would start like 7 or 8 o'clock at night and be still around probably by midnight here for WWE. Yeah, I think we learned our lesson from WrestleMania 35, and there probably are still people trying to get out of that stadium. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a messy situation. Show starts and no one's in the building, and it looked empty. Like, that's not a good look when you're advertised as a sold out, and yet you start the show and the venue's not even like halfway packed yet. Yeah, that's not good.
Well, that's why I asked you just put an LED light in every seat and add it to an over-glorified entrance, and people don't think about that. Maybe. It worked in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I say it? Sorry,
No,
am I saying something wrong? Look,
you're not wrong on that front.
Just put a big freaking line in front of everybody's eyes that has photosensitivity. You're either going to give everybody something to be able to go ooh and ah about, or you're going to give somebody seizures. Either way, you get somebody's attention and you become a story. That's the WWE way. Become a story. Doesn't have to be good. Doesn't have to be bad. Just has to be publicity.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how a few years ago, a lot of people were saying, what's AEW's identity? Now we're saying, what's WWE's identity?
You know, I think there's a bigger identity crisis here that's hard to figure out than any identity from the game show identity that used to be hosted by Penn Teller. I'm just saying.
That's why they got the WWE ID program, because they can't find their own ID.
But
I mean, he's not wrong. He's absolutely right on point, to be fair. Well done, Walter. Ladies and gentlemen, Walter Cruz. Don't forget to give him a hot bowl of ramen. He'll be here all night for you. Walter, anything you want to add regarding these WrestleMania potential official locations, announcements, etc.? If you were Nick Khan, thank God you're not. If you were Nick Khan, where would you book WrestleMania? Or does Nashville seem like the best choice?
Yeah, Nashville is probably the best choice. They're getting a brand new stadium. They're probably going to get it 2028, is it, or 2027?
Yeah, 2027 in Saudi Arabia, so that would be 2028 at the earliest if they
No, when the actual stadium will be finished being built. I think it's 2029. So that might be
something like that.
Yeah,
although they're saying now it's expected to open in 2027, which is next year.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially if somehow the Tennessee Titans can draft correctly and then become hot, then it'll be a hot commodity. But yeah, you got Jelly Roll, like you said, you got the Nashville scene, you have all that. And then maybe Pro Wrestling Symphony could run a show right before WrestleMania so they can get popular. So, yeah, I see Tennessee. New Orleans has had it twice. If Ricky Sings can become that big of a deal in the next few years, I think they'll go there.
Well, considering what you just talked about having on SmackDown, it sounds like he's already been given the proverbial golden shovel.
Well, we'll find out. But yeah, I would love to see Wembley, man. And, you know, the fact that John Cena mentioned it a couple years ago and then we didn't hear nothing from it again, it just kind of went, Purr. But you went half across the world to the desert before you went to London, where there's proven commodity for WWE and proven things. You went after the blood money, but whatever. I'm not getting political. I would love to see it in Wembley. So we'll see. I want to see it the same year because I want to see what AEW All In or All Out in Wembley matches WrestleMania that same year. I want to see the number because then we could figure this out.
Even then, I don't think that would prove it enough either, because at the end of the day, we've gone all in Wembley twice. It'll be WWE's first time. And the market for a pound versus an American dollar is a whole different economic situation and discussion that even Ash can figure out because she's Canadian.
Yeah,
and the,
you have
the conversion rates between Canada and America, Australia and England, that's a freaking accountant's nightmare.
They have pounds and quid, right?
Yes, they do.
And shillings too.
The shillings. I'm about to say the shillings. Wait, isn't that just certain parts of the country? Or
I know England, but I'm not sure about the other areas that do shillings.
Okay, fair enough. Or pence or all that type of stuff.
We need Simon Miller.
But look, I watched The Chase. I know they deal in pounds. That's all I gotta tell you about that. Okay,
Ooh, that's a good shot. I haven't watched that. I think one of the people from the Sidemen were a guest on that show as like one of the chasers.
Yeah, there was
only one show that
chaser at one point. There's like 6 different chasers right now, or
Yeah.
5 of them, I think. And Mark Labette, the original chaser, of course, that I know, he's the one I literally got into the show for. Then they brought the American version, but of course, America has overglorified everything, so it went down the water. Now he co-produces some game shows with, I think, Brooke Shields on Game Show Network, including Tic Tac Toe, which is fun to see come back. And honestly, I find this TV more worthwhile and cheaper and more entertaining than Mania. So again, to your point though, as long as the build's good, even if the set's poor or a Temu WrestleMania 17 set, as long as the build's good halfway, then I guess you get your money's worth, even if it's $30 Canadian. Well, then again, you got Netflix. You're lucky.
26 Canadian because of Netflix.
Okay, so you save $4.
Yes.
And you go to Dollarama and pick up a crisp and a bag of ketchup chips with that.
Mm-hmm. If you can find any, that is, because certain Dollaramas don't have them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, so okay, so there's a shortage. Huh. I wonder if your Canadian penny. Oh wait, do you even have
They don't
coins up in
exist.
Canada?
we don't make pennies anymore.
Okay, so no one.
We got
makes
rid of
pennies
penny.
anymore. I'm about to say we don't make pennies anymore because sync became more expensive versus the cheap copper that apparently the penny was supposed to be at least made out of, or looked like it was made out of. So it's a whole thing here.
Yeah, exactly. It costs more to make the thing than what the thing is actually worth. That's why we discontinued it.
You remember when you used to save a penny every day and like your piggy bank or a jar, and then you went to Coinstar and then you had like literally the Coinstar machine turn that into dollars for you, or you just brought a whole bunch of rolls of pennies in. You were like, I'm rich, I have a lot of money. Now pennies worth dust.
Right. Sad.
And yet everything still ends in 99. Why can't you end in a 5, like a nickel or something like that? Be like 95 or end at 0. You're $4.99. What the fuck's the difference before taxes when taxes already drops the price above the freaking even mark? It's still stupid to me. Why does everything got to end in 99? I never understood that.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Also, damn you. 1,000 cents here would make more sense in conversation of a conversion logic than TKO WWE does with Mania in insert location here on your Angry Korean GPS from your vacation Fiat vehicle. But nonetheless, either way, it's one of those things, though, where I'm like, okay, I'm in Ohio. It comes to Cleveland, I still don't give a fuck. I'm going to everything else in Cleveland if I choose to travel, and it'll probably be in the Agora Theater, if not Wolfenstein Center, with AEW's been. Tony Khan, AEW pay-per-view. Wolfstein Center. Make it happen, bruv. But it's also one of those things now where I'm like, I'll just hang out at the Holiday Inn on the freaking Euclid Street, and then right across from there is Corner Alley where I could grab a drink, grab a pizza, bowl for an hour, and then eat a tortilla, and then freaking go back to my hotel room and wait. That's literally what I did last time when I was in freaking Cleveland for AEW. But anyway. So yeah, Mania, I think the most obvious choice after Saudi Arabia, it's got to be Nashville. Unless they choose Cleveland. Because at this point, the first thing they're going to do after the blood money deal's up, maybe not renew it for once in their life, but maybe
they're not.
Well, yeah, again, I'm not TKO. I don't have a 7-digit long portfolio where I'm still $3 billion in debt to my investment. Yeah, how well is that working out for you? So it's one of those things, though, where I'm like, okay, Nashville, Cleveland, new stands. That makes sense. Go for the first bet. Otherwise, go with the familiar market, because you already know kind of how to set up shop there, even if you don't get the same turnout. Because again, the The market demands inflated ticket prices. That's what drives us. So there you go. Florida, New Orleans, familiar markets. Indiana, familiar market. Cleveland. See what happens. Nashville. What was the last big thing in Nashville for the WWE?
Ooh, let's look that up.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Okay, Ash. What's the biggest thing that WWE once did in Nashville, Tennessee? Ash is officially my digital assistant, not in your smartphone.
Jeff Jarrett with the ring around my finger. I can't wait to see my baby. No, they had to
And
have done
on
more.
copyright, we definitely aren't singing that. But
They
you know
had
what?
to have done more after that.
There are enough karaoke bars on live music venue where if we did have Wrestlemania in fucking Nashville, every drunk off their ass would be choosing to sing that song or request it, and immediately in the morning fucking regret it. And he's AEW, by the way, so honestly, maybe they wouldn't.
Was
do
it
that.
SummerSlam recently?
Yes, it was SummerSlam
Yeah.
2022.
Okay, I thought so. So Brock Lesnar with the tractor. Got it. Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you for that. So again, Everett Mania, jury is out. Nashville or Cleveland are my best bet, unless they try and reconcile with New Orleans. Otherwise, Indiana, because that was the last big familiar. What?
Technically, the biggest Jelly Roll when he actually wrestled and made a debut was in Nashville. Pretty positive.
You know what? That's absolutely fair. I didn't even consider that because, again, the biggest thing about that SummerSlam, Damage Control debuted with Bianca Belair, Bailey, Dakota Kai, now Charlie, and Io Sky, formerly Io Shirai, returning to our screen as a female faction, unlike anything we saw prior to that. And then it became Damaged Goods, and then it became Beyond Repair, and the rest is history. And then, of course, Brock Lesnar and the Tractor. I can't think of another time we saw a wrestling ring raised by a tractor.
Yeah, and then the Night of Champions when Lesnar and Cena fought, that was 2014,
2014, yeah, because it was after
that was Nashville.
Brock Lesnar kicked his ass with 16 suplexes and gave Jeff Meacham a post-traumatic stress disorder. All right. Well, that being said,
That's why I went from Music City to Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah, no kidding. And now we're going to go into Future Endeavor Boulevard after this commercial break because, as we learned, it's a new day for the New Day who got released today. If you're on the West Coast. East Coast, yesterday. Wrestling must have been such an easy game to play for a long time for Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods and others. Also, aloha to Jeff Cobb, who also was released, along with Hikuleo. I'm putting his name back what he fucking was, damn it. So yeah, we got some more releases.
Jeff Cobb didn't even last a year. Shit.
Right.
Well, to be fair, did he do anything this last year? The answer, no.
Oh, it's
But let's
Tonga
go
Loa that
again.
got released, not Hikuleo.
What?
It was Tonga Loa that got released, not Hikuleo.
Oh, it was actually Tonga. Oh, okay. It was Tama Tonga's brother.
Yeah.
The one that botched him.
The other brother.
Got it. The other brother. The brother of the brother.
Yeah,
Got it.
not the shorter brother, not the taller brother.
Right. The shorter
Oh,
brother.
yeah, because they made the tall guy look good yesterday on SmackDown.
That doesn't take
They
a lot.
actually made him do something.
I mean, you know, they can make Omos do something as well. They made Great Khali do something as well. WWE once in a while knows how to use a tall man. Once in a while. But anyway, yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about the latest releases before we get into free range further discussion, shall we? So, as we've seen, is of course spring cleaning, even though it's winter here in the Midwest still, if you're here in Toledo, Ohio, where it's 60 degrees in May. What's nature? What's nature? I don't know. What's nature? You tell me. That being said, more releases. Oh, by the way, as far as the releases from the original pack, just know that the WWE is not the end. This is just a new beginning, especially for somebody that are already released previously and went back. Maybe now you learned your lesson. Then again, support your family. I don't judge you. I support the workers, not the brands, even if I do have preferred brands for my performance and maybe the representation of what I want as a professional wrestling fan, damn it. Again, subjective. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and talk about these current releases. So we had Loa, thank you for that. Jeff Cobb, Austin Creed, aka Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston, which actually was quite surprising. Hey, look at that. The New Day. Guess who's still at work? Who was right the whole time. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about their future endeavors, shall we? Austin Creed, of course. Consequences Creed. Frieza was involved in TNA. Kofi Kingston, is he going to say SLS or is he going to say something else? You tell me. Is it going to be Jamaican, African, or is he actually going to be himself? You tell me. and rebuild himself. As far as Jeff Cobb, former never-weight champion, of course, previously involved in United Empire, where is there a bigger war brewing within the Empire that we don't know, with Will Ospreay and the Death Riders influencing his training? Of course, we know Ash. Well, Ospreay will be involved in six-man tag team for the Neverweight Championship alongside his United Empire brethren at Dontaku, literally tomorrow. So, just saying, a little foreshadowing. And as far as Tonga Loa, we never really got to see a lot of him from a single perspective. He had one run at G1 Climax, didn't go that strong. The one that got more stock and more of a personality to show was his brother, and they've kept him there. Although it does seem like he finally might go out on his own. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? But nonetheless, let's go ahead and talk about what you all think about this new day for the new day. And aloha, Jeff Cobb, and to the one half of the Tongans. Ash, because you are seeing pro wrestling, I know two names are definitely on your mind, considering they are previously New Japan attendants. I will start with you. Your outlook on the current releases from WWE in the last 24 hours.
So on the Jeff Cobb and Tonga Loa front, if they were to go to New Japan, I'm not sure where they would fit because New Japan is very faction heavy. So I'm not sure where Tonga Loa would fit in unless he goes to do work at Pro Wrestling Noah, where there's factions, but they're more singles heavy, it seems, based off from what I've seen on Twitter, because I don't really watch Noah, but I do pay close enough attention to it.
That's fair.
And same with Jeff Cobb, that would be a new environment for him. If he works out some stuff with the New United Empire, pick up where they left off, because last time we saw Jeff Cobb, he and TJP were kind of butting heads, so they could probably fix that up. I'm not even sure if he is welcoming back to the United Empire, and if that's the case, then he can pick up where they left off, and then he can branch off to Pro Wrestling Noah, because I think he would do really well in Pro Wrestling Noah as well.
Yeah, and again, we saw how Tetsuya Naito and Bushi went there. They won the GHC Tag Team Championships. I think they still have them. I don't know. And Tetsuya Naito just lost to Ozawa, where Team 2000X says, you're Los Ganables de Japón, or excuse me, Los Tranquilos de Japón is a subsidiary now of Team 2000X. That's a scary thought. To your point, though, Pro Wrestling Noah does have some big men. Manabu Soya, Masaki Tamiya, Jeff Cobb, and them, they could square up and be interesting, considering one of the 2000X, the other one is all about passion. So I could see that, honestly. And again, sometimes going aboard the Ark and fighting in the Emerald Circle versus the Cerulean Blue could be the reset that you need, especially in the Japanese wrestling landscape. But also, Jeff Cobb, he is a former Ring of Honor World Television Champion. So Ring of Honor could also work for him, too. And of course, the current Ring of Honor World Television Champion will be involved in the Best Super Juniors. Of course, Nick Wayne. But wouldn't it surprise me if Jeff Cobb may want to go back after that title, or maybe go to AEW and maybe try fans his own way? Because to your point, Pro Wrestling Noah is faction heavy. AEW has got two major factions. Everyone else is kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So I could also see that being a fresh opportunity for Jeff Cobb to do something on his own. And there's plenty of opportunity there. The problem is, though, in a duopoly situation, despite the fact one's an monopoly, the problem is, yes, there's more choices, but when it comes to the status quo of choices, there's still only two, and both of them are already heavily
super bloated, yeah.
And with the fact that WWE is putting in more time into advertisements versus showcasing, AEW does seem to be maybe where you can at least get a chance to get some sort of work in. Even if it's not on the main TV program, you still have the facets of the independents or the other stages for their wrestling, Collision and Ring of Honor. So, again, with Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor, I can see him showing up there. As again, TNA barely has anything. You have Elijah facing Kazarian in a guitar strap match where he whipped the clown of TNA, and successfully won. And you got Mike Santana taking on old school TNA World Champions because you got nobody currently. It was what does TNA have at this point? What does TNA have besides the bunny? Yeah. I'm just glad that she's back and she was able to get the win in her match for the Code Breaker. Hopefully that means better things for her and Rosemary, Demon X Bunny for life. And who knows, maybe she can get the Knockouts Championship. Restore the Knockouts, I'm just saying. Steve Morella reinstated, the Harper reinstated. Like I said, if anyone needs an influx of talent, names, depth, it's TNA. Before I start saying WTNA. Because TNA AMC is basically a shallow box of what they could do different with their roster versus what they already have done or are going to do. They're doing Sid Alexander and Leon Slater again, 2 out of 3 falls now for the X Division Championship. Now, whether or not there's a swan song is a whole different conversation. So, again, the problem is, though, when you're released from the Fed, particularly, let's just focus on what it is. Released from the Fed, particularly. There's a whole new level of freedom out there, but it's just a matter of what you do with it. Look at Shotzi Blackheart. Look at what the fuck she did with herself. Maybe they Pro Wrestling. They got a TV deal. You all be watching that on TSM with Marlon Nell and Don Couts. Kind of jealous of that. So there's opportunity there to also work there. We saw Killer Kelly show up in maybe Pro in Las Vegas. She could maybe go after Giselle Shaw right now, who has like no the challengers. So I do wish them the best, but again, Austin Creed, previous TNA history. Kobe Kingston, he only did WWE. So Jeff Cobb, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Tonga Loa, can you stand out without your brother? New Japan. Mm-hmm. So yes. I wish them the best, but I must say it's weird considering how much, like I talked about with the New Day, look who actually has work and it's still on screen every month versus who barely been used at all for anything that wasn't a marketable deal because you didn't want to negotiate some with TKO. And then you're gone. As far as Jeff Cobb goes, he was there to be the heavy after Jacob Fatu got a brain and a spine and a heart and his own freaking personality. Let's call it what it is. And I don't think they even ran Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb. That would have been a great match, too, or a great program. So,
absolutely, yeah. That would have been a good power match.
And with Dontaku literally now this weekend and Dominion after the Best Super Juniors, and you know Dominion always brings the surprises because, of course, it's the second biggest show of the year, Ash, and you and I might actually call it. Let's just call it what it is. So
Absolutely, yeah.
Stay tuned, folks.
Ooh, I just thought of something. Maybe Jeff Cobb can enter the never open weight spear. If not just for like New Japan Strong as well, but also for like that is if Alton Boleg doesn't get like double belted, because it looks like they're building Oleg as the face of the never open weight division.
Yes,
and a win over Jeff Cobb would cement him.
Yeah, I mean, again, former never champion, he beat Taji for that. No, he didn't beat Taji. He beat Will Ospreay, of course, to win that title G1 Supercard 2019. Then lost it to Taiji at Dontaku, who then lost it to Tomoshi Ii, my boy, at Dominion, all within the same year, all within the span of 3 months. So, yeah, I could definitely see that. Nick, anything that you want to add regarding any of these releases? Is there a brighter day on the horizon for the former New Day? Does Jeff Cobb surf new waves? And can Toliona stay on his own?
Who gives a fuck about Toliona? If you're not with your brother, who cares?
Well, I mean, everyone's holding out for the Usos versus GLD, to be fair.
That's not happening.
Nope.
I think it's just Jeff Cobb. I think he'll go back to New Japan. Or TNA. I don't think he's going to AEW or Ring of Honor. And then the New Day, we should preface this by saying they weren't released.
Correct.
I don't want to get misconstrued. They weren't released. They parted ways.
Yep.
Because of TKO wanting to restructure their deals. So they didn't get released. But at the same token, same breath, you know where they're heading. It's not even a question.
You're just gonna go right for it, aren't you? Just gonna go right for it, aren't you?
They're gonna go hurt people.
No, they're going to AEW.
I mean, it would work. Honestly, it would work. No, like we've been talking about, like you've been saying, Ash, there has been a resurgence, particularly in the men's tag division.
It's not even that. You know, Kenny's gonna push for it, like push. The Bucks have already said that they've wanted to face them.
MJF said something too.
You had MJF go out there today saying in an Instagram thing, "It's a new day." Yes, it is, or something. You had Cash Wheeler go out and say something. Swerve posted on his Instagram account. It makes too much sense for them not to go there. TNA can't afford them. They're not going to AAA. They're not going to CML. They're going to AEW. And I mean, I wouldn't surprise if we get like, do we see a monster like at this point now? If they come in, you could potentially do some sort of match with the Machine Guns, the Bucks, FTR, and the New Day.
Good lord, dude, what the hell are you trying to set up here?
Well, I mean, it's.
You going all in or you going all out? What we doing here?
Oof! Imagine that at All In, a 4-way.
Yo, that'd be dope.
Or put all those teams in the TLC when Edge and Christian or Edge and Copeland.
All right.
No,
we
no,
need to
no,
run
no,
back Generation Me and the Morrissey Machine Guns from TNA Wrestling.
No. You don't need to do that. I think the TLC match. It has to happen. It'll happen somewhere. I don't think it'll happen at All In.
Well,
I
we
don't
know
know.
we
I
got
just
Forbidden Door in June, and we got All In freaking August. And according to what my friends in ATW have been saying, there may be a night for what a fitting name, Redemption.
Hey, I wonder where Redemption's going to be held.
Yeah, why would they do a show like that in July? Also, is what I'm wondering.
Stop bringing up Forbidden Door, man. That's my birthday.
Oh wait,
Forbidden Door.
you guys haven't seen? So nobody here has seen the report.
You know, I don't scroll, I don't read, I get no notifications, bro. So what are you trying to spill?
Get out of
here. Ash, you know you're my favorite, right?
Yes.
You know you're the best.
That's
ever.
the the Canadian connection.
Okay, let me guess. Toronto got another pay-per-view?
Montreal's getting it apparently.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
So
So
Montreal.
they screwed both of you out.
The rumor, well, no, not me. I'm Toronto's. I think I'm about 5-hour drive from Toronto to Montreal is about a 4.5-hour drive.
Yeah, they're like
Not that bad.
Yeah, Ontario's like really like close to Quebec.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the going rumor is Redemption is the July pay-per-view, and it'll be held in Montreal, which makes sense. Because I mean, you need a buffer between June at Forbidden Door and August at All In. You need a buffer pay-per-view.
You do.
So
At least
now
with that time, you're absolutely right. You do.
So now you have Revolution in March. You have April. April is Dynasty. May is Double or Nothing. June is Forbidden Door. July would be Redemption. August would be All In. September All Out. October would be Wrestle Dream. November would be Full Gear. And then you have
World's End in December.
World's End in
At
December.
the end of the Continental Classic, correct.
So now, you're better off. I guess you're going to do. With this many pay-per-views, it starts to become, and this could be a whole other stream, it starts becoming, okay, that leaves 2 months out of the year with no pay-per-views.
But then again, as we saw this year, and we've been talking about every week of Dynamite, as me and Walter talked about, they made every Dynamite feel kind of like a pay-per-view at least once in a while, and some of them weren't even specials, but they also did a couple of specials, including Maximum Carnage and Grand Slam. Keep in mind, Nick, outside of pay-per-views, AEW has special theme shows, and they stick to them every year. It's Grand Slam sometimes that's very variety-based, based on where they do it.
But the point I'm trying to make is, at what point do consumers, right, start thinking with their wallet? Because to shill out $49
more than an ESPN subscription once a month.
I'm already thinking about my wallet when you said all these pay-per-views.
I mean, to be fair, let's just call it what it is. If you're an HBO Max subscriber and you go with the plan I have, that's $22 American. And then every pay-per-view is $40. So he just listed all the pay-per-views off. So you got pay-per-view 10 months of the year for AEW. 40 times 10 is 400, plus the 22 times 10 is 220, plus the 220 and 400. That's $640 a year on AEW premium content alone, with the TV show included.
Yeah. So I mean, at what point does Tony look at that and you might have to reduce those prices of pay-per-view because
that might have to do with the MyAEW service too, for all we know as well, because that's been used now as an international platform. That could also be a plan. They're even trying to merge the AEW and ROH content, much like ROH, where it's not an extra cost. It's simply on our club, $10 a month. Boom, you're watching the friggin' pay-per-view. And I think Final Battle was me and you, Nick, and you seem to have enjoyed yourself.
Yeah. But it's just money now, right? Now it's
everything's about money
to shill out $50 a pay-per-view,
and that's just AEW. Not to mention, if you choose to watch, whether you're content creating, whether you're dedicated, whether you're curious, or whether or not you just throw money at the wall because you think you can. That's just AEW. It doesn't include WWE or TNA or your independent subscriptions, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Again, stuff adds up. So you got to be very budget balanced oriented in what you consume and what you choose to purchase and watch live. Like I said, I got my sources how I keep up with Stardom and New Japan, Ring of Honor, CMLL, and RevPro. Doesn't cost me a damn thing because I don't have to watch them live. I can just watch it on demand, that service, download the shows in full HD. Yeah, there you go. That's how I caught up with Stardom, All-Star Queendom. Boom.
Yeah, but then who knows, at what point do they start adding a pay-per-view in January or a pay-per-view in February, right?
I guess that depends on their business plan right now. But at least right now, their business plan seems to be working to their best comfort in the way they're doing these smaller venues and saving the bigger stages exclusively for the pay-per-views.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It seems to work so far.
But yeah, so we'll see how kind of it goes. But going back to the releases.
Yeah, back to our radio Seattle thing, the releases. Sorry about that, folks. Stop tangent.
It's okay. Hey, chat. I just got Vipers just liked and retweeted us, Nick.
Cheap plug. Anyway, Walter, or Nick, were you done talking about the releases before we went on that business tangent? His brain's buffering. I'm going to give him 3 seconds to think.
Like that noise when the internet used to connect to dial up.
Oh, you mean that? Dial up the blue light bulb from Kmart. Don't remind me of DSL, dude. Golly. I'm having trouble enough with this damn new VPN client at my job with ISP. Freaking Spectrum customers can't keep up on their damn business calls because the stupid service Oh, here we go again. Hello, everybody. My name is Noah Foster. I am a well, there you go. Computer died. Well, that's it for Nick, everybody. Let's give it up once again for one half of the Canadian Connection, Nick Ferrantes. Follow him at Nick Malik. Now we got to Walter Cruz to get his thoughts on the WWE releases. Go ahead, Walter. Say what you want.
Up, down, down show. They literally never have to work again in a wrestling ring if they don't want to. That being said, don't think they're going to want to leave their career leaving like that. They're going to show WWE what they missed. I think they might go hurt people in the hurt business and make that a predominantly black group. And they are looking for new members, and they're going to finally announce that eventually after 90 days. Oh, who knows? Since they mutually agree, they might not have to do the 90 days. They might have bought it out and did some other kind of negotiation. So we'll see.
All right. Well,
Turn to Jeff. WWE isn't the end-all, be-all. You can make a hell of a lot of money booking, podcasting, being independent. So everybody else, good luck to you. It sucks to see you lose your job, but sometimes you got to bet on yourself. And when a company isn't treating you right, you got to do what's good for you. So it's not the end all be all. We've seen people leave, come back, and be bigger than they were before. We've seen people leave and do better things on the opposite side. So we'll see. But I really would like to see the New Day part of their business. They're looking for new members. So we'll see. If not, they'll just go there and do their own thing, but they can always stay independent and keep doing their podcast, their up, down, down show, have all those people, and they'll be making money on Twitch and all that. They really don't need to wrestle if they don't want to.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. So, to everybody that's been released over the last 2 weeks, I wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors, and I wish you three but the best in your future endeavors. As the original host returns, and I bid you all a fine adieu, as I have church in the morning, take care of my mentality, and I'm getting the hell out of this soiree. Thank you for tuning in to the late night show with Noah Foster. For Ash, for Walter, for Nick, I am the Simple Man, and until Simply Predicting Backlash, I bid you fine gents farewell. Welcome back, JJ. Goodbye and good night.
Thank you, Noah. So where did I come in, everybody?
The release talk.
Gotcha. Okay, so the last topic.
Yeah.
Has everybody gone?
Yep, I was the last one. Just went.
Okay, perfect. I'll just give my 2 cents very quickly then. It sucks. It always sucks seeing people lose jobs. You know, we just went through this about a week ago with 20 plus other individuals. The thing that I find interesting about this one, though, is that it's 3 tag teams. Or technically 2 tag teams and 2 members of a stable. Because they're keeping Tonga. And I don't know what's going on with Hikuleo. But they got rid of Jeff Cobb and Tonga Loa. I know Tonga Loa has kind of been clowned on and off for botches. I mean, hell, a week ago, he couldn't even stay on the table without falling off and botching the spot. Jeff Cobb, I don't think they really gave him an opportunity to show what he could do. And that's funny hearing me say that because I never really followed Jeff Cobb in Japan. I don't really know what he can do. But that's the word on the street, is that we maybe only got to see 20% of what Jeff Cobb can actually do. So I'm willing to believe those that say that because they clearly have more knowledge than I do in the subject. I find Los Garza interesting because AAA, like, I'm not trying to stereotype the 2 Mexicans to the Mexican wrestling promotion, but I mean, if they're going to consistently send talent down there, may as well send the Lucha tag team, right? I mean, I'm just saying.
Makes sense.
The New Day is the one that's the most befuddling, I know, to everybody, especially Cuphead over here. Kofi's been there for almost 20 years. What was left for him to do? Same thing with Xavier. They were never going to make him world champion. What was there left for him to do? He got King of the Ring, multi-time tag champ. You know? Let them go to AEW. Let them be 2 that PK picks up. You got some fresh matches, them versus the Bucks versus FTR, the Rascals, you know, Bustin' the Brain. If they can get there in time, a match against Edge and Christian before they ride off in the sunset in October, in theory, you know. You feel bad, but it's hard to feel bad at the same time, you know, because it's like I said, what is left for them to do?
And they're set for life. I was saying before you came in, they're set for life money wise, and they got the up, down, down show. They really don't have to wrestle anymore if they don't want to. They could just be
Yeah.
running YouTube and Twitch and be set for the rest of their lives.
The same thing with Zelina Vega,
Mhm.
you know, because she does her Twitch streams. I don't know. Like, again, it sucks that they're gone, but it's not like Kofi was going to get another world title reign. It's not like Woods was going to get a title reign. So it just kind of is what it is. And like, I've seen some people in other chats talk about, oh, but loyalty. 18 years is pretty freaking loyal.
Thank you.
You know, if we're being honest, we probably could have lost the New Day 3-4 years ago, and it would be the same position we're in right now.
Yeah.
We could have lost them after Big E retired.
That was the first domino to fall when he broke his neck.
Mm-hmm. You give them that little bit of a run, you know, dishing some punishment out to the Brawling Brutes because it was Ridge that injured him. Ridge goes down to NXT. But like by the time Ridge was released, you could have probably released Kofi and Woods at the same time. If we're keeping things 100. You know. But yes, Nick, I am here. I literally just walked in the door from work. And I know Noah was itching to get out of here the way that he dipped.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because he was originally told that I'd probably be home within his 2-hour span because I was supposed to start at 1:30. So a full 8 would have been 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
They started me 30 minutes earlier. So a full 8 was 9:30. I literally clocked out at 9:31.
Mm.
And that's only because I was called into the office to talk about something. Don't worry, I'm not in any kind of trouble or anything, but like, you know, it was just they needed to talk to me about something, and that's the only reason that happened. So it's like, realistically, I probably should have been cut at like 8 o'clock to start my side work.
Mm.
And then I would have been home with plenty of time. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining about getting a minute of overtime because goddamn, I need some money after Vegas. Right, Walter?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But yeah, New Day's
I'm
fine.
doing
Plus,
good, Matt. Thank you for asking.
Plus, Nick mentioned it, and if rumors are to be believed, they really didn't get quote unquote released the way other people did. They kind of mutually disagreed because.
Yeah, the rumor is that TKO wanted to restructure their contract after signing them last year to a multi-year deal. Like
in the 7 figures too.
Yeah. And like I can understand why TKO wanted to restructure, but I also understand why Woods and Kofi were like, nah, bro, we signed these offers that you gave us. You kind of have to keep right by it. So
They probably gonna get paid out too because they breached the contract. So there's some kind of amount settlement coming. So that's why I'm saying that.
I think some of the terms of the agreement was that Kofi gets to keep the name Kofi Kingston. Because I've heard that he gets to keep the name Kofi.
Yeah, he gets to keep the name Kofi, but not exactly Kingston part of it.
I assume he gets to keep the full name.
Well, Kofi's his real name, so what the fuck? They have to let him have it.
But I actually tweeted Sean Ross Sapp and like, I wonder if he can use his old SOS theme. Since it's actually a Collie Buddz song.
SOS.
You know? Granted, it was released on a WWE CD, so does WWE own the exclusivity rights? Or because it's a Kali Bud song, is it kind of like Edge using Alter Bridge? You know, and he can take that song with him. Because that would be dope to be like All In London and you hear that music hit. Everyone would be like, oh. See, even Ash is starting to pop. She's on mute and I can hear her popping from here.
I miss that theme. That theme was good.
SOS, you hear them?
I hear them shouting. I hear them crying.
That's another one people used to like to mess with, like the lobster head. It's like, I hear them Shelton. But so yeah, if everybody else went, there's my 2 cents on that, and we can start wrapping up.
Yeah, this is the say goodbye to the part of so say goodbye, JJ.
Right? Well, no, see that literally when that happened, we had literally just finished the shills and we were signing off, and she popped in. This not so much. Like from what I understand, you had just finished speaking. We hadn't gotten to the shills yet, so it's not quite the same, but close. But yeah, so we can get to the shills here real quick. I will, just so I can take a breather since I rushed in, I will run the trailer one more time real quick, and then we'll hit the shills. So we'll be right back.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling and more. UFC, NBA, NHL. The fucking Celtics lost today. I'm pissed about the NBA, but we're still covering other elimination games.
That's right. I believe tomorrow Mikey's covering the Tampa Bay Lightning Montreal Canadiens Game 7 game. So that should be fun. No watch alongs tomorrow. So that's good.
Yeah, because next week there's another GCW, right?
No, I don't think so. I'll double check and I'll let the independent wrestling chat know. But let's go ahead and wrap things up and get out of here. First of all, shout out to the man who pinch hit for me tonight, the Simple Man Noah Foster. You can find him on YouTube and X at nfoster1916. Ash.
You can find me on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Batty for Wrestling. Don't be a dickhead.
Such a handsome man that is in that picture.
Yeah, he is.
If
only anybody here could see him up close.
Right? If only we could be that close to that handsomeness.
Sometimes I look at that picture and I'm like, damn, I wish I was that title.
Dude, when he talked to me, his accent, I kind of I kind of had a certain moment. I'm not gonna say it because I get in trouble.
Right?
But,
Oh my, the way he talks, like, oh my god.
It's like I see why the ladies love you.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And the men too. Like, goddamn.
I was fucking like looking in his eyes and shit while he's talking to me.
Right? They're so
He's-
beautiful brown, aren't they?
He's one of those dudes that like the ladies want to be with and the dudes want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just a chill dude, and like not to rub it in anymore, Ash,
No,
but
please
to
do
be
tell.
able,
Please do
but to
tell.
be able to see him wrestle live in person, to be able to watch Michael Oku wrestle live and in person was just like,
Friendly
you know, it
reminder
was
to
one of
answer-
those moments like,
friendly reminder to answer your phones because you never know who's on the other side.
right?
the of all the times for my phone to be motherfucking broken, I'm just like, god damn it. But I got a new phone now. I got my phone fixed this past Wednesday.
Woohoo!
So yeah, that shit ain't gonna be happening no more. So
Well,
once I
it'll
get
probably,
sorry.
based off of the perspective WrestleManias, it'll at least be 2 years till we go to another WrestleMania, because we ain't going to Saudi.
Oh no,
But-
because
but
people
if
like
the-
me aren't welcome there.
But if the stuff plays out the way that it's theorized that it will, Tennessee and Florida might be ones that I do. Tennessee, Stat Boys in Tennessee. My mom and my stepdad are in Tennessee. So might be able to shack up at one of those places and save on, you know, a room rental. And my dad is in Florida. So depending on how far St. Petersburg is from the host city, will determine whether or not I need a hotel Airbnb or if I just stay at his place and drive.
Yo, Papagino, can I crash?
Right? Right? There's members of the No DQ Galaxy in Florida as well. You know, I believe Dwayne, Matthew, Papagino, as you mentioned. Like, there's no Nick. Have you been watching, Nick? Were you here, Nick? Like, I thought I saw you on a little bit ago when I was in the bathroom. Like, no official announcements, but there are rumors based off of deals that WWE made with certain cities. So, the only thing that's confirmed is Saudi next year. And even that's questionable if it remains a war zone.
Yeah.
So, and then if Cleveland gets one, because I know there's been rumors that if it doesn't happen in Saudi, it might happen in Cleveland.
Ooh.
If Cleveland gets one, I'll probably go because we can then hook up with the Simple Man in Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
And we can actually meet Noah in person.
The three of us in an Airbnb. Whew.
Or if I get my passport in time.
Right? So those would be the three that I'd be willing to potentially commit to. Tennessee, Florida, and Cleveland. Because then I will have met, you know, all the core members of the team. So I've already met and spent over a week with this dude. Now I need to meet Noah. And then, like I said, Tennessee and Florida, I've got parentals there. So, like, and I haven't gone to visit them since they moved to those locations.
Me, you, and Noah.
Because finances are what they are.
Me, you,
So
and
this
Noah in the
gives a
same.
reason.
Me, you, and Noah in the same house is gonna be done with Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew all over the fucking room.
Right? And Walter's going to be like, because Walter's a healthy eater. Like, he eats, like, the plant-based meat and shit.
Whoa,
So,
okay.
so he's, you know, searching for, like, water and shit, and me and Noah drinking all the junk. It was funny having this fool be like, can I steal one of your sodas?
That would be an insane simply predicting
Oh,
episode.
absolutely, yeah.
I don't know if Noah would be able to handle it.
All four of us in the same room together.
It would be like Beavis and Butthead and Noah's Stewart.
And Ash would be Dorothy. What's her name?
Daria.
Daria. Yeah.
Because Stewart was the kid that always thought he was cool hanging out with Beavis and Butthead, wearing a wiener t-shirt, which is totally not like metal in the same vein as like Metallica and AC/DC.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be Noah. But so now that we've had that little diversion, Walter.
And it's May 17th I was thinking of for the GCW, not next week.
Yeah.
Because that's the one called Manders match. But yeah, you can catch me at Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe, please. Walter.cruz.940. Instagram. The Walter Alex Cruz on Twitter. I really don't use Blue Sky. I don't even know when the last time I logged into it, but it's the same thing as X in terms of the name.
And then for me, you can find me on Instagram at the Renegade JJ Williams, YouTube Casa D18 Studios, X Casa D18 Studio, no S at the end. And then make sure that you're following SR Studios 2024 on the X, as that is where you will find all of our big announcements. We will be making a big announcement in the next week or so about another interview that'll be happening this month. I more or less have confirmation. We're just trying to set the day up, and the day is contingent on my work schedule. You know, so it's like I've been basically told that the interviewee has a pretty open schedule. So I just told her that, you know, as soon as I know my schedule for the end of the month, I'll let you know what days I'm off and we can figure out what works best. But it is a newly retired wrestler who also happens to be running a brand new promotion that'll be having its very first show 4th of July weekend, July 3rd to be exact. So we'll be able to dive into her career and this new promotion. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're following SR Studios 2024 for that announcement. And then this Thursday, May 7th, we will be having Evan from Focus Pro Wrestling on the show for our interview. We've decided we're probably going to cut back to a minimum of 2 shows, or a maximum, of 2 interviews a month. Midweek, that way we don't make Shenanigans run any longer than it normally does. And just 1 to 2 a month, that way we're not overloading ourselves, because we're not on the road to Mania anymore. So we don't need that heavy push trying to get all this talent there, Mania exposure, you know, where can you find a Mania week type of thing. So this is looking to be our 2 interviews for May. Evan on Thursday, and then this talent at the end of the month. So just be on, like I said, make sure you're following and be on the lookout for that announcement. Hopefully that'll be made some point within this next week.
Yeah.
And Nate saying, I know another promoter talking to us as well. Mwahaha. And Charles, yes. Always believe in Chase University. I almost feel like I need to start making the ones that are no longer there, like in black and white. You know, and just have the color ones be the ones that are still around, which means Thea, Tyler Bate, JC, Kale, and Uriah. And then I'd stay in color, of course. But everybody else would be in black and white.
El Grande chase you.
You're right. And we can leave Chucky in color too, because he's like a mascot. He's like Hornswoggle to DX.
Mm-hmm.
But that is gonna do it. Under 3 hours. That's kind of awesome. Not gonna lie. Thank you guys to all of you that joined. Thank you to those of you that were on. Thank you to Noah for holding it down for me. I do know he's probably going to have to hold it down a couple more times this month. So I apologize in advance, bruv. But making moves. Told y'all I'm going to be going to Comic-Con Revolution. That is Saturday the 16th. That schedule just dropped. I am off that day. So depending on what time I get back here from that will depend on how long he has to cover. But yeah, so trying to network, trying to make those moves. But thank you again, like I said, everyone that watched. Thank you to everyone that participated. And we will catch you guys next time.
On the flip side.